Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Paulies Picnic 31. Thank you for spending your Saturday night with us like you have so many weeks in the past. This is our 11th online variety show since we've been stuck safe at home through this uncertain time. Much like the week we learned our good friend Francie Ayala passed to the COVID-19 virus, I found myself several times today wondering if we should continue with tonight's show. And watching things unravel, progress throughout the day really tangled me up inside, as I'm sure it did for many of you. At the end of the day, Paulies Picnic, entertainment, any form of entertainment is a place to escape. An oasis to forget about what's going on all around us for just maybe the most fleeting moments in time and just enjoy the experience with our fellow audience members, with our fellow cast members. And while different venues, different forms of entertainment can serve as platforms, political standpoints, we're here for an escape tonight. We're here to have some fun. I think we all need it. Very short moment of self-disclosure here. As things unfold tonight, there may come a time that we need to pause the show indefinitely at any point. For anybody who knows my family personally, my wife, the amazing singer who you see just shred here every Saturday night, my favorite singer in the world with a voice of an angel, is actually a Los Angeles police officer, and she could be called in at any moment. We have our children here in the house. My 9 to 5, while I do love to entertain on the side, I'm actually the community affairs manager, the public relations manager for our local police department as well. So at any point, our work phones may ring and we may be pulled away. But without further ado, I would just like to, I'm going to open the show the way that it was meant to open. The way we prepared it to open before the events of today began to unfold. And again, we're not launching into this experience tonight to trivialize anything or to hide anything, and we have no intention of not speaking on issues that are very important. But we're here to have a good time. And I don't think anybody who's watching thinks that the actions of that police officer on Tuesday were justified or correct. I don't think that anybody who's watching here tonight thinks that the actions of the protesters who are destroying property and being violent in Los Angeles at the moment are correct in doing so. I think that everybody who is here tonight joining us on Paulies Picnic 31 is here to enjoy a night with our friends, to enjoy some great entertainment. So let's do that, if we can, for the next 3.5 hours. Let's forget about the troubles of the world and come together and have some fun. With all that said, you'd think I'd be prepped to start the show by now. And here we go. Thank you for everybody who's watching at home. All 95 of you at the moment watching on the YouTubes. We love you. We're so blessed and happy that you are here with us. And without further ado, Paulies Picnic 31. Thank you guys so much for being here. And supporting local artists and everything. You guys follow fault lines, you come to these comedy picnics, and I know it's a Tuesday night, but coming out here and supporting us doing these things that we love, it's amazing. And we thank you all from the bottom of our heart. Thank you so much. I also just wanted to say something while you're here, and that is, I'm so grateful that you all came into my life, because you're all just wonderful people. Those of you that I know personally, and those who I've just met through Facebook or briefly, you've introduced yourself to me. You mean the world to me and my family, and so blessed to have you all in this circle, in this family. There is so much going on in the world right now that is ugly, that is dark, and you are all, each and every one of you shining lights, and you raise the positivity in my life and my wife's life, and I know Dan's life as well, just for being there for us. And I know that we can all do it on a grander scale as well. Not enough is said about the positive vibrations, the positive messages that people share, whether it's through social media or just in day-to-day life. But I know that if each and every one of us make an effort to continue to put positive energy into the world, it's so easy with social media and the media to just rant about negative stuff. And that tool is making it I know you all love Star Wars, but it's making the dark side so much more powerful. Because what happens is that people, when they're feeling upset or when they want to rant, what do? They share it on social media. They make the hatred felt and heard far more than they make the joy felt and heard. And all we need to do is try to share that joy a little bit more. Next time you go to share a rant or something, think twice, maybe just put a positive spin on it. Next time you're talking to somebody and you just want to make their day better, say something nice to them. And I love you guys. I felt completely comfortable saying that here tonight because I know you guys are the ones who can help, who can do this, and are brave enough to raise the vibrations on this planet. What's wrong with the world? We're watching the same nightmare unfurl. It's like never-ending hate and drama, like we're stuck in a cycle of pain and trauma. Overseas, yeah, we're trying to stop terrorism, but we still got terrorists here living in the USA. We see it every day. When will we change our despicable ways? Because when you only have love for your own race, then you only leave space to discriminate, and to discriminate only generates hate. And when you hate, then you're bound to get irate. Madness is what we demonstrate, and that's exactly how anger works and operates. Man, we gotta have love just to set us straight. Take control of your mind and meditate. Let your soul gravitate to the love, y'all.
People killing, people dying, children hurt and hear them crying. When you practice what you preach, won't you turn the other cheek? So Father, 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 help us. Send some guidance from above. 'Cause people got me questioning. Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? The love, the love.
It just ain't the same. Old ways have changed, new days are strange. Is the world the same? If love and peace are so strong, why are there pieces of love that don't belong? Nations dropping bombs, chemical gases filling lungs of little ones, ongoing suffering as the youth die young. So ask yourself, is the loving really gone? So I can ask myself, really what is going on in this world that we living in? People keep on giving in, making wrong decisions, only visions on their dividends, not respecting each other, deny thy brother. A war is going on, but the reason's undercover. The truth is kept secret, is swept under the rug. If you never know truth, then you never know love. Where's the love, y'all? And what's the truth, y'all?
People killing, people dying, children hurt and hear them crying. When you practice what you preach, or would you turn the other cheek? Father, 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 help us. Send some guidance from above. People got me questioning. Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? The love, the love. Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love?
Ladies and gentlemen, Marcus D.
I feel the weight of the world on my shoulder as I'm getting older. Y'all people getting colder. Most of us only care about money making. Selfishness got us following the wrong direction. Wrong information always shown by the media. Negative images is the main criteria, infecting the young minds faster than bacteria. Kids wanna act like what they see in the cinema. Yo, whatever happened to the values of humanity? Whatever happened to the fairness and equality? Instead of spreading love, we're spreading animosity. Lack of understanding leading us away from unity. That's the reason why sometimes I'm feeling under. That's the reason why sometimes I'm feeling down. It's a wonder why sometimes I'm feeling under. Gotta keep the faith alive to love is found. Now ask yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Paulies Picnic 31. Thank you for joining us here tonight. We're gonna have a good time. We are here. You are here. We're streaming live. The cast is here. We're ready to have a carefree night of fun, music, and comedy with all y'all. Thank you for being here on the YouTubes with us. Go ahead and share the link. Let's get more people in here. We're going for the next 3.5 hours or so with a spotlight on the Greatest Showman tonight. And with the top level entertainment that our cast brings every week, you're not going to want to miss this. So let's hear it once again. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, for our cast. Thank you guys for being here, and a big round of applause to all of you at home for joining us. Yeah, and the Black Eyed Peas as well. Yeah. Oh, the YouTubes. And we're going to warm up as we normally do at a live picnic or a virtual picnic, and that is with the improv game 99. Who loves 99? I knew it. I know you guys love it. So if you know the drill, as you're at home commenting on YouTube, if you can just give us some suggestions for some improv comedy. We're looking for common household items or occupations that our cast is going to just sit here and come up off the top of our heads with a joke around the structure of 99, whatever you give us, is walk into a bar and the bartender says whatever, whoever says whatever, and that's how it's going to go. They're already coming in. Look at that. We got a 20-second lag here in the feed, but it's already here. The first one I see here is ducks. 99 ducks.
Done that one.
99 ducks walk into a bar. Bartender says, "We don't serve your kind," so the ducks just waddle out.
99 ducks walk into a bar. Bartender says, "We don't serve ducks here." The ducks say, "Come on, man, put it on my bill."
99 ducks walk.
Go, baby.
Bartender says, "We don't serve ducks here." And then they said, "Fine, this place wasn't all it was cracked up to be anyway."
Yay! I don't want to follow that. 99 ducks walk into a bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve ducks here." And they're like, "Hey, we just came for a little gray goose."
Oh. 99 ducks walk into a bar. Bartender says, "We don't serve ducks here." The ducks say, "Come on, we're so fly."
99 ducks walk into a bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve ducks here." And the ducks say, "Quack."
99
You gotta
ducks.
know ducks. Forget that. It's funny if you know ducks.
Bartender says, "I'm sorry, we don't serve ducks here." 99 ducks say,
99 ducks walk into a bar. Bartender says, "We don't serve your kind here." And the duck said, "Come on, man, we just want to get down."
99 ducks walk into a bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve ducks here." And the duck says, "Man, this evening is going south fast."
99 ducks walk into a bar. Bartender says, "I'm sorry, we don't serve ducks here." 99 ducks say, "Boy, you really know how to ruffle our feathers."
Piggy banks, piggy banks.
99 I got it. 99 piggy banks walk into a bar. Bartender says, "We don't serve piggy banks here." The piggy bank says, "That doesn't make sense."
99 piggy banks walked into a bar, which was weird because normally they don't want to get smashed.
Wow!
Oh, 99 piggy banks walk into a bar. Bartender says, "I'm sorry, we don't serve piggy banks here." And I totally forgot where I was going with this.
99 piggy banks walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve slots here."
99 piggy banks walk into a bar. Bartender says, "I'm sorry, we don't serve piggy banks here." And 99 piggy banks say, "Well, that needs to change."
99 piggy banks walk into a bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve piggy banks here." The piggy bank said, "Save it."
I was going to say, Dylan, if you don't remember your piggy bank joke, you can save it. Good. Good. That's good.
That's why they're married.
Oh.
Right?
Is that why? Okay. Shopping carts. Shopping carts.
99 shopping carts walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "We don't serve shopping carts here." And the shopping cart says, "Wheelie?"
99 shopping carts walk into a bar. Bartender says, "We don't serve shopping carts here." He says, hey, don't push me around."
99 shopping carts walk into a bar. One at a time, slowly, with an attendant wiping them all off.
99 shopping carts walk into a bar. Bartender says, "We don't serve your car." The shopping carts say, "Okay, which one is your car?"
99 shopping carts walk into a bar. Go, Denny, go. Go.
99 shopping carts walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "We don't serve shopping carts here." And they say, "Why not?" And he goes, "Because the last time you drank too much and then you ralphed."
99 shopping carts walk into a bar. Bartender says, "I'm sorry, we don't serve shopping carts here." And 99 shopping carts say, "Please, you're going to turn me into a basket case."
Home daycare teachers.
Oh my God.
Home daycare teachers?
Home daycare teachers.
Home daycare teachers.
Okay.
99 home daycare teachers walk into a bar. Bartender says, "What the hell are you doing here? You can drink at home."
99 home day school teachers walk into a bar. Bartender says, "We don't serve homeschool date school teachers here." The homeschool day teachers say, "Shut up. Give me a drink. I need it. Now. Now.
99 home day school teachers walk into the bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve home day school teachers here." And the home day school teachers say, "Are you kidding me?"
99 home day school teachers walk into a bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve home daycare teachers here." And the home daycare teachers say, "Now, is that how we treat our customers? Why don't we try that again? I would like a mojito."
99 home day school teachers walk into a bar after test day. It was degrading.
Woo!
Dylan, you had one.
I'm not going to be able to top that one.
Okay. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for some of our performers here tonight. Our improv performers, our musical performers who are brave enough to do the improvs. You're going to see all of them again later on. Just love you guys. Just love seeing your faces and being able to just like connect with people. Am I right? Love it. We got a crazy, amazing show for y'all tonight, and our first guests just spreading their musical talents throughout the picnic here every week that they're available. We just love them. We're so honored every time we have them, and there's nothing more I can say than I love you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mel Collins and Dwayne Benjamin.
We love you too, Paulie. Hold on. So this week, we thought we would do just one song, and we're going to do a song by Antonio Carlos Jobim. This is Waters of March, and he wrote the song in both the Portuguese lyrics and the English lyrics. And the legend goes that he saved himself a lot of money in therapy by writing this song, because it's just a stream of consciousness, and it's basically talking about through the ups and downs, through the joy and pain of life, life goes on. Or it'll do a little Waters of March. All right. A stick, a stone, it's the end of the road. It's the rest of a stump, it's a little alone. It's a sliver of glass, it is life, it's the sun, it is night, it is death, it's a trap, it's a gun. The oak when it blooms, the fox in the brush, the knot in the wood, the song of the thrush, the wood in the wind, the cliff, a fall, a scratch, a lump, it is nothing at all. It's the wind blowing free, it's the end of a slope. It's a beam, it's a void, it's a hunch, it's a hope. And the riverbank talks of the waters of March. It's the end of all strain, it's the joy in your heart. The foot, the ground, the flesh and the bone, the beat of the road, a slingshot stone, a fish, a flash, a silvery glow, a fight, a bet, the range of the bow, the bed of the well, the end of the line. It's a smay in the face, it's a loss, it's a fine, a spear, a spike, a point, a nail, a drip, a drop, the end of a tale, a truckload of bricks in the soft morning light, a shot of a gun in the dead of the night, a mile, a must, a thrust, a bump, it's a girl, it's a rhyme, it's a cold, it's the mumps, the plan of the house, the body in bed, and the cart that got stuck, it's the mud, a float, a drift, a flight, a wing, a hawk, a quail, the promise of spring, and the riverbank talks of the waters of March. It's the end of all strain, it's the joy in your heart. A snake, a stick, it is John, it is Joe. It's a thorn in your hand or a cut on your toe. A point, a grain, a bee, a bite, a blink, a buzzard. The sudden stroke of night, a pin, a needle, a wasp, a stain, a snail, a riddle, a shot, a ring. A pass in the mountains, a horse and a mule. In the distance, the shelves grow three shadows of blue. And the riverbank talks of the waters of March. It's the promise of life, it's the joy in your heart. The foot, the ground, the rest of the road, the end of a slump, lonesome road. A sliver of glass, a life, the sun, a night, a death, the end of the run, and the riverbank talks of the waters of March. It's the end of all strain, it's the joy in your heart. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes! Give it up for Mel and Dwayne!
Love you guys. Have fun.
Beautiful. Love you guys. I know you got homework to do, Mel, so go kill it.
All week.
Thank you for
finals.
joining us. Thank you for carving out some time for us, guys. Seriously.
Thank you.
Bye, Dwayne. Love you. Just amazing. Their talent is unbelievable. And if you're just joining us for the first time tonight, welcome. We have just the most amazing, top-notch, top-level talent performing for you live from home. Live comedy, live music. And this has become a thing that started 11 weeks ago, 10 weeks ago, technically. 10 weeks ago Saturday night would make it 11. But I looked around, and we've done this show live in so many different kinds of venues, backyards, as you saw, hangars, breweries, dance studios. But once the stay-at-home orders hit, we found ourselves at home, and so many amazing performers who normally work and make the money to support their families on Saturday nights were sitting at home. And I looked around and I said, can we use this business meeting webinar technology to put on a show? And my amazing technicians, Craig and Sam, have helped me along the way for the past 10 weeks to just kind of massage and develop this technology in a way to make it a presentable show for everyone at home to feel like they're in a theater watching just these live performances. But as we know, because of this pandemic, so many of you are at home right now because you are out of work, just like our performers here tonight are at home and are available for this because they are out of work. So if you're out of work and you're not able to, we completely understand. But if you are working, if you're able to, if you're stable enough to help out our performers here tonight, we've got virtual tip jars for them. Here's all of their individual tip jars. If you got a favorite performer, if you're just here tonight to see somebody and you want to support them, there's everybody's Venmos right there. You can just send them a tip directly. Or if you're just enjoying the show and you want to, oh, hi, Alex. If you want to join or split your tips amongst the whole cast, there's options to do that on PayPal and Venmo at Online Variety Show. And we don't want anyone to feel like they have to give. Obviously, everyone's pressed. It's hard times right now. If you can't, it really helps us to just help promote the show. We started on YouTube like 4 or 5 weeks ago. We started on Facebook, and then we moved over to YouTube. And we would like to take advantage of the fact that we could monetize the channel once we hit certain criteria. And one of those criteria is 1,000 subscribers. So like I said, we started on YouTube like 5 weeks ago, maybe. We're already up to 351 subscribers I see right now. But if you're not subscribed, or if you know anyone that would just enjoy this entertainment, please ask them to. My dream, my goal is to be able to do this far after the stay-home order is done, and to monetize the channel and be able to pay these performers. And, in addition to your tips, just be able to offer them money to come onto the show and perform for you guys on Saturday nights. I'd love to do that. We can't do that until we hit 1,000 subscribers, unfortunately. So when we ask you to subscribe, when we ask you to share, we ask you to like, it's not just because we want friends. It's because these amazing performers, I think, need to be seen in the limelight, in the light that they deserve, because they've worked their entire lives to hone this craft and become as good as they are at it. And here they are at home. We as performers, we're performing for this tiny little camera on our computer, and we're not getting your feedback live, but we love seeing it on YouTube in that live chat. So thank you guys so much. We see the claps, we see the hearts, we see the likes. We're up to 74 likes on this video. Once we hit 100, YouTube will actually show it to more people that is streaming live. So if you haven't liked this video yet, please do that now. And that's enough infomercialing for me for now, but please just know, like, I have to do it because in order to make this show succeed, in order to share our performers' talents with the world, please like and subscribe and tip if you can. Having said all of that, thank you for making it through the spiel. I have a reward for you in the form of a handsome man out in his cabin in the woods. He joined us first time a few weeks ago. I'm so glad he's back. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up once again for Hunter Ackerman.
Hey, I left Wolfgang in charge of starting the video, and he doesn't have opposable thumbs or really any abstract concept of buttons or people watching at home. But Wolfgang's gonna hang out here next to me. Hey, bud, here you go. Well, greetings and salutations. This is Kennel Howl. with this new kind of sadness. Can't even get on my feet. They used to read Jack London while I was on the prowl. Now I eat my meals from a can since I learned my kennel howl. Mama was pot coyote. Say my papa was from hell. Take one step on my hunting trail, and it's for thee they'll toll that bell. Run from me, stay dry in the rain. It's like escaping from your past. But you'll always come back when you're not strong enough. You're safe with me, child. I'll eat you last. Nocturnal creature, night I hunted on, gonna die in the morning, just don't know which one. War prayers been offered up to God since the first man was born. Full moon and I might answer you as you go kill me for the kings you swore. For the kings you swore. Its full force. A war's their song, not for a throne, but to defend his dying horse. So take it more, take all of me, my soul lie thee down. One last breath, stand over your own, I give in my kennel.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Hunter Ackerman. Hunter, such amazing stuff you bring to the show every week, and not just our show, but your own show. Tell us about that.
Thanks, Paul. Yeah, Thursday nights from my Facebook page, you can find me at Hunter Ackerman. On Thursday nights at 6 o'clock California time, I do the Lovecast. And funny, my exact same premise was what you described going in. It's a lot of negativity out in the world right now, and I just want to give people an hour that they can come together and see each other in the chat, talk to each other in the chat, and listen to some music and just be positive for an hour. 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock on Hunter Ackerman, my Facebook page.
Love it. Thank you so much, man. And coming together, we are for sure. We got 140 people watching right now live. Thank you guys so much. Let's continue to spread the word. It's about 7 o'clock right now. We're on till, let me check the schedule, a little after 10. So 3 more hours. So come on in if you're just joining us. We started last week with Les Miserables. We tried a show spotlight. A show musical spotlight, and it seemed to work. This week we're trying it again with the music. If you couldn't tell by my virtual circus here behind me, we're doing the music of The Greatest Showman because it's just amazing tunes, and our cast has tackled it in amazing form, and we can't wait to share it with you guys. That's in our final hour, beginning a little bit after 9 o'clock tonight, so if you can stay with us past 9 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, we're gonna bring that to your face holes, your eyeballs and your ear holes, and your noses and your mouths too. It's gonna be amazing. All of the senses will enjoy. Speaking of senses, let's bring in our improv performers for Lines from a Hat. We're gonna be joined by Kevin Gregg, Denny Siegel, and Dylan White tonight. If they are around. Yes, it is a crowd favorite at any improv game. Lines from a Hat. Throughout the week, we've put a Google form out there for our fans, our friends at home, to submit random lines of dialogue to our Google forms, which our tech Craig has put into a virtual hat for these players. And as they play the scene, they're going to reach into the virtual hat and use your line and make it make sense in their scene. It is quite genius. I've seen it done before a few times. This line from a hat is this scene to be played by Denny, Kevin, and Dylan. I'm just gonna grab something off a comment here on YouTube, and that's what the scene's gonna be about.
Where are Kevin and Dylan? Am I missing?
I'm
them?
right here.
Oh, I was on speaker view. Hi.
Do you see him now?
Yes.
Okay, good. The first thing I see here on the YouTube feed is from Star Whisper. It says up to 90 likes. So that is what this scene is called. This scene is called Up to 90 Likes, and all the lines of dialogue from the hat were submitted by viewers at home. Ladies and gentlemen, Paulies Picnic 31, Lines from a Hat.
Dylan, I am so happy that we started this woodworking channel, bro, here, especially on Instagram with our IGTV stuff, and that we launched it today. I am so happy, bro.
And you know what? It's taking off like gangbusters. I can't believe there are this many woodworking enthusiasts in the world who would like our Instagram channel. As a matter of fact, I think a lot of it has to do with what we put in our woodworking bio on our Instagram channel. And I think a lot of people are really responding to us when we say, "Here come the meat sweats."
I'll tell you what, people love it, right? There's nothing more attractive than meat sweats as your
then we've got a wood burning fire and you're cooking your bacon, your steak over a wood burning fire. Yeah, you get the meat sweats.
Hey Dylan, I'm gonna answer that. Somebody's knocking on the door here. Hold on a second.
Oh sure, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, hi, hello.
Oh, I am your number one fan, Inga. I'm a Swedish model and I brought you meat. I looked you up using a drone and technology. Some people would call me stalker, but in Sweden we say, "Are you wearing my underwear again? Because I noticed on your shirt you're bare from the waist up."
Well, I mean, that's one way to get likes on Instagram is to make sure that, you see a lot of, models not wearing much of anything at all. And well, if you're not wearing your underwear right now, maybe I am.
I'm telling you something, Inga. I am so thrilled. I mean, to think that we just started this at 2 o'clock this afternoon, and we've already got a fan here. I mean, I was literally just telling Dylan when we launched this today. Is that a splendid bipolar cake or what, bro? I mean, that is the way. You're either up or you're down. Just be both ways and just go for it. And that you're here today, Ingrid, I'm honored. I really am.
Well, I had to pick which one of you to stalk first. So I took a pineapple upside down cake and flipped it. cream side was you, and pineapple side was you. So I stalk you tomorrow with a club sandwich, but also, if I agreed with you, we'd both be wrong. It's Swedish. You know what that means?
Yeah, I think I get the gist, right, Dylan?
Oh yeah, I mean, and actually, I actually come from a very Welsh background myself. We have a very similar saying in Wales, and that is, "But when will we be free?"
Yeah, that's not as funny. The
It's
oppressed
not
Welsh.
well, the Welsh aren't very funny. The Swedes,
but they're great.
They're certainly a lot funnier than the Germans. I'll tell you that.
They're very pragmatic people. Hey, Ingrid, I've got a fantastic idea because we're trying to get our site up to like 99 likes on this.
Yeah, we want to get up to 99 likes.
I'm used to getting things up. Go ahead.
Seriously. Hey, let's do an Instagram video right now. Let's all gather together. And I think that the one thing that we should probably all say together once we play this is this. Day 638 of quarantine, and I've been working on my mime skills. So that's literally one of the biggest things that people want to see. All right, yeah. Okay, so gather together.
Wait, I have to get through the wind.
Come on over here. Come on over. All right, guys, let me just push this button right here, and let's take her away. Huh? That's pretty exciting, isn't it?
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I think maybe we should refresh the feed and see if we are actually up to 99 likes.
Yes, because now I'm off my computer, so you lost one.
Well, I mean, that's just one viewer, but you've at least liked the channel, right? I mean, that's what everybody wants. We want people to like and subscribe. I'm trying to think of what else that could apply to. Well, anyway, let's just see if let's refresh and see if we're up to 99 likes. Go ahead, refresh it, Kevin.
We're at about 98 right now. Oh, look at this comment that somebody wrote right now. They literally said the cat threw up again.
Well, you know what? If they were using one of our woodworking modules to show how to make a good kitty litter box, that would not be an issue for them. So maybe if we post more helpful content like that, we'll get up to those 99 likes.
I totally get it, and that's also one of the throwbacks of having the meat sweats. So that's probably what's going on.
Sure.
Yes, the only thing in Sweden that we say is worse than too much meat is there's a bear or a cat poop in the woods. Yeah. We say poop in Sweden.
Yeah, those aren't the woods we're really trying to work with right now. But I suppose we could build a good like wooden latrine for all of the bears in the woods and have a place for them to poop.
I bet you if we make our own little wood shavings for that stuff, I think we're finally going to get to 99 likes.
I'll bet we could. And oh wait, you know what? I just refreshed the feed. We are now up to 99 likes. You know what? I'm so excited. All I can think of to say is I like the way pudding feels between my toes.
Oh, I should have visited you first.
Oh, get out that pineapple upside down cake, Ingrid.
Come on over, Inga. We'll start a whole new channel. Just you.
Yes, give it up for the meat sweat lumberjacks in their 99 likes.
I saw the meat sweat lumberjacks play at Coachella.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were really good. I know them. Yeah, they're great. Give it up for Denny, Kevin, and Dylan. They'll be back. They'll each be back. You be back. Hamilton would be a good one. You be back. Just like Mike West has joined us back every week because we love him so much. So glad he does come back. He's another guy with a weekly thing that you guys should be tuning into a few times a week. I'll let him talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Mike West!
Thank you very much, Paul. Love you too. And hello to all the picnic goers. Not much to tell. I kind of do random shows here and there. So if you want to catch up on that, go ahead and smash the like button on Facebook and you'll get the announcements. So anyway, I, like most of you, are profoundly disturbed by what's going on in the country right now and the world at large. But I am fortunate enough as an artist to have an outlet for that. So I do stand in solidarity with the protesters. And here's a song for you in the spirit of idealistic change. Here we go. drugs to keep us all dumbed down and hope that we will never see the truth around. Another promise, another seed, another package lie to keep us trapped in greed with all the green belts wrapped around our minds and in this red tape to keep the truth confined. They will stop degrading us. They will not control us. We will be victorious. In the changing mind control collector revolution, take its toll. If you could flick the switch and open your third eye, you'd see that we should never be afraid to die. Rise up and take the power back. It's time that the fat cat's had a heart attack. You know that the time has come to an end. We have the unity to watch a flag ascend. Will not force us. They will stop degrading us. They will not control us. We will be victorious. Stop degrading us. They will not control us. We will be victorious. Peace, folks. Peace.
Mike West, everybody. Mike West, give it up! Check out, he does like 2 or 3 live shows a week where he plays for an hour and he interacts with you and he plays what you want to hear. I go way back with that dude. He's a good dude. You should check it out. And you can Venmo, PayPal him. And Mike West rocks because he does. Next, we're going to play an improv game called We're Newscasters. I'm going to call in Alex and Stephanie, Mr. Kevin Gregg, Dylan Height, and Denny Siegel back into the room. Alex, how you doing? You doing okay, buddy?
Yeah.
You've been furiously editing, trying to get ready for the Greatest Showman segment here?
Did you get it, by the way?
I'll have to look into that.
I sent you an email with it.
Great. Why don't you drop it in the Google thing if you can, if you have time.
Okay.
But if you have time. So for this improv game, Alex and Steph, they are newscasters on their weekly news show, and one of them has a quirk. Is it going to be Stephanie again this week? It's going to be Alex this week. Oh, that's going to make this that's going to make this even more amazing. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no, what'd you choose?
I got suggestions from the audience this week on the Google Forms, like we do every week. Craig and I, Craig helps me out, and so I've assigned quirks to each of these people. So Alex and Steph, they're the newscasters. One of them has a quirk, and it's gonna be great. Kevin Gregg is the first one. No, the first one they're gonna throw it to is, in fact, Kevin Gregg. Yes, he's the Wall Street reporter. He's going to be reporting on Wall Street, and his quirk is he is the biggest Star Wars fan ever to live, and he's reporting on Wall Street. Next up, they're going to throw it to Dylan White, who is covering sports tonight. He is every tragic Pixar movie moment. Covering sports. And lastly, going to the weather with Miss Denny Siegel, who happens to be Madame Leota. And so those are our newscasters tonight.
Is that a Disney thing that I should know?
In
That's
the
a
Haunted
fortune
Mansion,
teller, right?
the head and the ball.
Okay.
Yeah, so again, those are the quirks from our news team tonight. Between Alex and Steph, I didn't even tell you guys. The one with the quirk is, in fact, Mary Poppins. And these were all taken from the audience. So,
I couldn't be
once
happier.
again, Kevin is reporting on Wall Street. He's a Star Wars enthusiast, the biggest one ever. Dylan's doing sports. He's every tragic Pixar moment. And Denny Siegel with weather is Madame Leota. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, Paulie's Picnic 31 News Team presents the 722 News.
Hello, yes, this is Jessica Jamison, and I'm here tonight with your PP2 news, and my anchor will be here with us shortly, but in the meantime, I just want to say, hello. So nice of you to drop in. Hi. This is Marshall Pippins, and he is brand new here.
It's pronounced Mary Poppins.
I thought that was a misprint.
Yes, just as I thought. Pretentious, all-knowing, and a little bit cocky.
Wow.
Me? Practically perfect in every way.
I'm shocked by that. Just on behalf of the PP News team, I just want to say welcome to the team, Mary. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get started on our broadcast if that's okay with you.
Be quite punctual.
Cocky and arrogant. Kevin, I hear you have some news for us down there at Wall Street. What's going on over there?
Hi, Jessica, Mary. Glad to have you here. I am feeling better. May the force be with you. It's as if midichlorians are flowing through my veins today. Got a great day out here on Wall Street. We're doing better than Trade Federation battles going against the regular things. And I'll tell you what, taking a look at the Dow Jones, why it's happier than Gungans swimming through the entire water. We're taking a look at the big wins today. Looking into robotics and especially droids and 3PO units. My goodness, things are just flying. We're going to take a look over in the tech sector. So happy with the blasters that are coming out from companies such as Amazon and Walmart. Things are looking up. That's for sure. Be sure to look out for that dark side, though. There's always a dark side to everything else that's going on. I'll tell you what, Jessica, I sure would like to see you with a couple of cinnamon buds on the side of your head if you feel like doing that at some time. You know what I mean?
Oh, Kevin, always with the jokes over there with the money news.
Quite a bit of an interesting one. Midichlorians, did you say? Midichlorians. Yes, I think I have something for it.
Oh, good. I'll take it. Is it a glass of blue milk, Mary? I sure would love that. That's for sure.
He's completely disappeared into his bag. Oh, okay. Okay. Hi. Thank you.
Sorry, I was looking for something.
Yep.
It's a spoonful of sugar. It helps the medicine go down.
My goodness. I'll tell you what, it's better than a vacation to Dagobah. I will tell you that, Mary. Jessica, the force is strong with the two of you. Please be on the lookout for that at all times. That's Kevin Gregg reporting from a galaxy far, far away, right down at Wall Street.
Well, he's an interesting fellow.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Yes, he is. He is one of our wonderful satellite anchors. He does a great job with that money news. I don't know why you're tapping your wrists, which you're not wearing a watch.
Time.
Actually, we're going to shoot it right on over to Mr. Dion Waynes with the sports report. Dion, what do you got over there for us?
Well, I'd like to say that things are looking up right now. However, things are tragic in the world of sports right now. In the world of professional swimming, Marlon has lost pretty much his entire team, except his one best player who has a gimpy fin, and it's a sad moment for him to go there. And one of his swimmers just, thought they knew what they were doing. His best swimmer, Wally, but seems to have lost all of his memories and has no idea how to swim anymore. It's completely tragic. Things are not going well for them. And they actually recently lost one of their best swingers, Bing Bong. One of the best swimmers, Bing Bong, is no longer with them. So like I said, things were looking up, but we know how things are and up. They tend to get you very down. Sports is not the best place to be right now.
Sorry to hear that. But hopefully things will turn around, though.
Hopefully things will be, incredible again. So one can only hope.
Yeah, one can only hope.
Positivity is always the king in one's imagination. May you do your best. Well, how about a song? Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Oh, I think that's copyrighted, actually, Mary. I think we actually
if you say it loud enough, you'll know it's precocious.
We can't actually sing that one on air. Oh, okay.
Yep, just as I thought. Pretentious, all-knowing, and just a blabbermouth. Next section.
Dion, thank you so much for that informative report, and way to just lay it out there and be truthful, and we'll stay positive, Mary. Thank you, and we'll just hope that things turn around. Thank you. Maybe I think there might be some excellent things coming our way in the weather forecast, which you obviously happen to know a lot about.
How is the wind blowing?
Spirits, talk to me from the dead. Barometric pressure is glowing red. I feel the fears like never before. It's 93, but with the humidity, it feels like 94. Nothing has prepared me in my years of training. It's clear right now, but soon it will be raining. I just learned of a seance of my murdered friend, Mindy. She said, don't worry, it won't be too windy.
Well, thank you for that informative and
next group of weather come through. Sorry, I got another call coming through. I gotta go talk to them. Hearing spirits from the dead.
Thank you. Yeah, it was incredibly informative and also in perfect iambic pentameter, nonetheless. So well done to her, Mary. We've covered the big things for the evening, and I just wanted to double check if you had any other positive things that you wanted to leave us with here on the broadcast.
Well, the winds are changing, as our beloved fortune teller said.
The winds are changing! I have to go. My face is rearranging.
Yes. Well, there's a painting I must jump into, so...
Well, with that, we'd like to thank you for tuning into PP News from Jessica Jamison and my creative new co-host, Mary Poppins. Have a great night.
Give it up for our PP News team. Always ready to shower you with the latest current events on our PP News stream. Live.
Mary Poppins.
Well,
there was the woman that actually played Mary Poppins.
She played Mary Poppins,
the PP News stream.
I think it was a lot more fun that way.
Wow, Paul, you're in a real punny mood.
Haven't we been? Alex, Steph, Dylan, Kevin, and Denny. Kevin, stick around for just a second. I know you got to be out of here at 8. We got you in another game coming up. But before you go, so we're not too pressed for time. We're a little behind right now, but not too bad. We talked about it like a few weeks ago, but the big day is coming up. Let's talk about June 1st and your Creative Journey podcast.
That's right, man. So glad to be here tonight, Paul. Thank you for hosting this. What a blast. Yeah, Paul and I are actually launching our podcast, Your Creative Journey. It launches on Monday, June 1st. Right now you can see a preview, or you can hear a preview episode that's on yourcreativejourneypodcast.com. And it's a show where Paul and I sit down. Huge thing, especially in this day and age, right? Really feel that art is so important, right? It's a way to express ourselves. It's a way to enlighten, encourage, entertain, all of those things. And our hope is that with this podcast that we're able to encourage other people that want to do stuff, right, Paul?
Yeah. And we know, like, we bring a lot of experience to the table. We've had a lot of successes. We've had a lot of failures as well. And, you know, mine is the one we're gonna tackle in our next episode, which is my huge Kickstarter debacle and failure. But we started a few weeks in advance, so you're gonna hear episode number 1 on Monday. And if you tune in, it's on Spotify, it's on Stitcher, it's on Apple Podcasts. It's Your Creative Journey with Paul Carganilla and Kevin Gregg, correct?
Your Creative Journey. Tune in, guys. Take a listen to it. Honestly, our hope is to encourage, inspire, and get people to take action to create your art, because now more than ever that the world needs it. And we need to hear your voice out there. So don't worry. And Paul, believe me, any of the things that we talk about, it's just showing the way that we're working through this as well, too. So that we hope as we serve as an example for you guys as well, too. Love you, Paul. Thank you so much, brother.
Love you, Kevin. Transparency, honesty, creativity, hopefully a little bit of inspiration along the way. So check it out, Your Creative Journey podcast, starting on Monday. Next up is Mr. Dylan White. He a couple of weeks ago took a leap, did something scary, tried something. Was it 4 weeks ago already?
This is my 4th week doing this.
Okay, he did something scary, and in the process, he found something. Tell us about what we're about to see.
Well, look, it's been a long time since I've sang in public, other than like just as me. It's either been as a character or doing a funny song or something like that. So this opportunity arose to try new things, as we like to say here at Paulie's Picnic. So I decided to try new things and started singing songs that I really enjoy myself and wanted to share with you. And so the past 3 weeks, I've partnered with the incredible Dan Franklin to do some songs. And this week, I could tie this song in and say, with everything that's going on in the world, that we chose this song because, maybe it's to say just, forget it. Let's just bail out of here and, go, live beside the ocean and leave the fires behind. Really, that would just be a stretch. We just chose this song this week just because we wanted to have some fun this week. And really, I think it's what we all need. So Dan Franklin and I are going to have a little fun. Let's do it.
I am still living with your ghost, lonely and dreaming of the West Coast. I don't wanna be your downtime. I don't wanna be your stupid game. With my big black boots and an old suitcase, I do believe I'll find myself a new place. I don't wanna be the bad guy. I don't wanna do your sleepwalk dance anymore. I just wanna see some palm trees. Gonna try to shake away this disease. We can live beside the ocean, leave the fire behind, swim out past the breakers, watch the world die. We can live beside the ocean, leave the fire behind, swim out past the breakers, watch the world die. I am still dreaming of your face, hungry and hollow for all the things you took away. I don't want breakers. Watch the world die. We can't live beside the ocean. Leave the fire behind. Swim out past the breakers. Watch the world die. We can't live beside the ocean. Leave the fire behind. Swim out past the breakers. Watch the world die. We can't live beside the ocean. Leave the fire behind. Swim out past the breakers. Watch the world die. Oh, yeah, watch the world die. Oh, yeah, watch the world die. Yeah, I said watch the world die. Oh, watch the world die.
Dylan, Dan, who was that band?
That was the All Dan Band.
The All Dan Band. Give it up for Dylan White and the All Dan Band.
So dumb.
Love it. So good. Not dumb at all. Amazing.
It's the best kind of dumb.
Oh.
The chicken was my favorite part.
You know, I had it, so I had to.
Sure. Why not?
Have chicken will travel.
Here's how great Dan is. He's playing drums blind in that chicken head.
Yeah, Dan's amazing. And so
Well, there's like little mesh eyes, though.
blind enough. Dylan White and Dan Franklin, they'll be back. Thank you guys so much for that. Next up, we haven't had stand-up comedy here on the picnic in a bunch of weeks, but because it's hard. Doing stand-up comedy alone is the hardest thing ever, but then to a webcam is also exponentially harder. So if you're watching us live on YouTube, put some hands together, make sure he feels the love. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Todd Stubler.
All right. Experiment. Here we go. Can I just start by saying, Hunter Ackerman, come on. I mean, I think if you type his name into a Google search, I think just the word testosterone comes up. Or maybe the other way around. If you look up testosterone, there's just a picture of him standing there going, hello. Anyway, I want to discuss the word attitude. Everyone uses the word attitude in the negative. Hey, mister, attitude. I don't think it works the other way around. I don't think you can come in and go, hey, attitude. All right. Doesn't seem to fly that way. It's always sort of a dark sort of word. And I think we can use that the other way. You know, Jerry, great attitude. All right. I think we should try it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Speaking of P from earlier, I had earlier this week something I like to call the P-gasm. The P-gasm is something you have when you are out and about and you have to go. And then you forget that you had to go. And then you do other things. And then, oh my God, I forgot I had to go. And then oh, well, shoot, but I got to go pick up the laundry. And you pick up the laundry. And then, oh, man, I really have to go. And then you're like, I should just try to get home. And then you get home and you're trying to get home. And you're actually standing there at the doorway, holding yourself like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And you get the door open and you literally open your pants and pee at that moment. And it's just... It's as good as an orgasm. I know. I'm just saying. It is. It's as good. It's as close as it's going to get, if not as good. It's pretty darn good. Maybe it's just me, but I feel that way. Now, in this world of this COVID mania, with all this crazy stuff going on, there's going to be so many changes going on with how we do our normal life that I think we're in this revolutionary period where I remember as a kid, we owned a station wagon. And I tell my kids all the time about the times where my sister and I would ride in that station wagon and it had that far back seat that folded down and it faced the wrong way. You're actually facing out the back window. So if you ever got rear-ended, it's over. You're done. And you would either be death or ejection, one or the other. But we would sit back there all the time. And not only that, we would leap from seat to seat, back and forth, playing while the car is in motion. Seatbelts, suggestion. No, not the same. So now people's brains would explode if they saw that happening on the in their lane next to them. I'm pretty sure in that day and age, somebody could ride on the roof of the car as long as you threw a rope over the top and they could hold on to it. Cops would just pull up next to you. Hey, you can't ride on the roof of that car. Oh, he's got a rope. Oh, he's got a rope. Ah, he's fine. See you later. I'm fairly certain. Not purely. I don't purely know everything, but it sounds familiar to me. So I'm pretty sure in this day and age, we're going to get to a point where my kids are going to talk about their grandparents like my grandfather used to blow his nose into a rag and then he'd stick it in his pocket. Gross. Which is gross, really. Do people still do that? Do they have handkerchiefs like cloth? Put that in there. How is that a thing? How is it ever a thing? That's always been pretty gross. People find dirty money in the street. They would find dirty money and they would just pick it up because you will. It didn't matter if it's $1, $5. There's people out by my house who walk their dogs on a regular basis. They let the dog poo and they do not pick it up. They just leave it there. I'm fairly certain that if I took $5 bills and stuck it under the poo and just left it there, it wouldn't stay there. I'd come back the next day, the $5 would be gone and the poo would still be there because people are gross and they would pick it up. I don't know about that, but I think it's quite possible. I'm pretty sure my kids are going to be like, there was a time where you could go to these places that had food and there would just be these open buckets of food in these hot trays with steam in them, and it would just be out there. And there would be these random spoons laying all over, and you would just walk in and anybody could just pick up a spoon and dig it into the goop and put it on their plate and then throw it back into another random food and then move on. And then you would pull something out of the shrimp and you would dig eggs with it or whatever. Gross. Because that happens. Or will it continue to happen? I doubt it. A lot of those places are like, whoop, they're running away. But it could happen. I had to call AT&T this week. And I found it a little frustrating that when I had to call them to get a thing fixed, the first thing they asked me was, so what's a good number we can call so that we can get back to you in case something happens? And all I could think of was, you're AT&T. Are you trying to tell me that on the little screen in front of you right now, there is not my phone number saying this number just called here? Because that's what's on my phone. When I use my phone, that's what's on there, that number. So couldn't I just say what you're looking at? But no, they're like, no, you need to just tell me the number that you want me to. Fine. So I give them the number. But I just don't understand. How is that humanly possible? How do they not have that figured out? All right, anyway. So earlier this week, I had a little incident. So I don't know if you can see that, but I cut my finger washing a knife. Yeah, because I'm smart like that. So I had a little scrub brush and I had this knife and I'm washing it back and forth and it slips and sticks into my hand. So whenever you hurt your finger, what's the first thing you do? Ow, 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 like this. Now, it was pretty well in there. So it was just like, whoosh, like blood is flying out of there. And I'm flinging it everywhere. While I'm trying to get a paper towel. And I'm ow, ow, ow. And I'm trying to wrap it around my finger to stop the bleeding. Now, my 9-year-old, who's awesome, he's just like, what happened? What happened? Oh my gosh, what do you need me to do? And I'm like, it just hurts. Don't worry about it. I'll get there. I'll get there. Don't worry about it. My 15-year-old comes loping down the stairs. He comes around the corner, and this was my favorite. So he comes around the corner. I'm sitting there with several paper towels. Just, it looks like a Civil War bandage around my finger, just blood and white. He turns and he looks at me, phone in hand, and he just says this. Do I have to call 911? Well, I don't want to have to put you out, but maybe. Can you dial 3 numbers? Is that humanly possible? Oh my God, so much work. Ugh. Are they coming now? Because I have stuff that I have to do. No, just call your mother and tell her to come home. So I called her and she's on her way. Now, all I could think of was, what if for whatever crazy reason, this all happened at the same time and she disappeared? And the cops showed up at my house at that moment and they come in and they're like, well, your wife unfortunately has gone missing. And what the hell happened in here? It's just, there was blood everywhere. It looked like a murder scene. It was on the sink. It was on the fridge. It was on the floor, on the walls. It was all over the place. And it was scaring me to death to think somebody would see this and come in and go, are you guys okay? Is anything? So anyway, I got the bandage on. And so now I'm wondering how deep it is. Like, is it bad? Do I have to get stitches? And I'm looking at my wife. She finally showed up and she's looking at me and I'm like, do I need to go to the hospital to get stitches? Because this is like back when COVID was peaking really hard. And so I'm thinking, I don't want to go to an emergency room right now. It's like, I have to wear a stupid mask to go to Trader Joe's and rubber gloves. What do you wear to the ER? I'm looking on eBay. Can I still get one of those like 1930s bell diver suits with the big door in the front that, hi, I'm here to get my finger looked at, you know? How does that work? I'm pretty sure that's what I would have needed. But I got it all wrapped up and then then you do that thing where it's kind of stuck together, but you want to know how deep it is. So you pull it apart to look into the meat and you're just like, ah, and then it bleeds again. I'm like, can I see the bone? I can see the bone. I couldn't see the bone. It wasn't that bad, but you still have to pull it open. It's just freaktastic. Well, I hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy yourselves. That's my time.
Give it up for Todd Stubler. So hard. Stand up online over the webcam. Thank you for being brave, sir. I'm trying it out. If you're at home, give it up for Mr. Todd. I'm going to center this for you. And I'd like to introduce my lovely girl, just turned 6, Miss Everly Grace Carganilla. Try again.
Hello.
There you are. Do you want to introduce your song?
So this is Almost There from Princess and the Frog.
Great. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Mama, I don't have time for dancing. That's just gonna have to wait a while. Ain't got time for messing around, and it's not my style. This whole town can slow you down, people taking the ease away. But I know exactly where I'm going, getting closer, closer every day, and I'm almost there. I'm almost there. People down here think I'm crazy, but I don't care. Trials and tribulations, I've had my share. And nothing gonna stop me now, 'cause I'm almost there. I remember Daddy told me fairy tales can come true, but you gotta make them happen. It all depends on you. So I work real hard each and every day. Nothing's for sure are going my way. Just doing what I do. Look out, boys, I'm coming through, and I'm almost there. I'm almost there. People gonna come here from everywhere, and I'm almost there. I'm almost there. But I'm climbing mountains, I'm across the river, and I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I'm almost almost there.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Miss Everly Grace Carganilla. So good, babe. Thank you. Thank you for joining us every week. So lovely to have you. Is there anything else you want to say before you go? Any news from this week you want to share?
Well, I don't know, but we've been making some homemade bread, and it's been really yummy because my mommy also lets me help make it, and it also comes out really good. Also, I booked a commercial.
But the bread is awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Everly! Thank you, babe.
You're welcome.
Hey!
They say, do you want to give me your headphones?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you can take them.
Okay.
I
Thank-
still want to say something.
Oh, you do? Okay, what do you want to say?
I want to say that I love you all, and I think all of you did good on the Greatest Showman group songs, and it's been really good because my dad's been editing it all day long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can't do those group songs live, so Daddy's been editing, and she's gotten to see them, but they're coming up later in the show, and they're pretty fantastic. So stick along for that if you can. And once again,
We love
Miss
you,
Everly.
girl. Love you, Miss
And
Everly.
wait, there's somebody else that I need to go get.
Is there? Is he coming in? I don't know. I don't know if he... Yeah, he fell asleep. Noah fell asleep, but you want to take one last bow?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Oh,
Thank you!
all right. Thank you, Everly. Thank you. And she did... Thank you. She did not break the internet this week like she did 2 weeks ago. Yeah, no, it's a good thing. Trust me. I mean, it wasn't in the moment, but... What? So much going on over here. Hang on. Okay, so thank you guys. Yeah, it's a maze over here sometimes, and we are running about 10 minutes late, so I'm so sorry about that for all the cast that's hanging in and hanging on. But we have amazing entertainment, and hopefully nobody's bored at this point. We're going to play a game. Now, I mentioned it really briefly just now, how Everly, a couple of weeks ago, after her song, the internet crashed and our show crashed. And we found ourselves in a whole new world that we'd never experienced before, which was like I got kicked off. I couldn't get back on, and our show tech and crew and cast was all trying to come together and put it together. So we're going to test something out in just a second with a new host of the show, who he's not new to you guys, but he's, we're just going to try out a thing where someone else is hosting, and I'm sure he's going to be amazing. I'm sure he is. So right before that test, though, right here, mid-show. It is our mid-show point. We're going to go ahead and take our cast photo. So any cast who's hanging around, go ahead and turn those cameras on, those microphones on as we get together. And we're going to pose. We're going to say, hello, how are you? And make those cheesy smiles for the camera. Again, anyone who can't be here, that's okay. Our amazing show photographer, Matthew King, will Photoshop you in. There's Danny Roque. Dude, you should not be standing up. Danny Roque had heart surgery this week. So anywho, we're going to talk about that in just a minute. Anyway, here we go. Big cast photo and 5, 4, 3, 2, cheese Paulies. Thank you guys so much. If you just took a picture of your TV screen at home, go ahead and hashtag that Paulies Picnic and share it with us. We can't wait to see it. Thank you guys. And thank you, cast, for being here. Thank you, crew, for setting everything up. And I mentioned our guest host. We're trying it out just in case there's any emergencies again. But here to host the dating game, give it up for Dan Franklin. I'm going to hand it right off to him.
Oh. All right. So as you all know, the dating game, we've got some contestants that we need to bring on, and we have some bachelors as well. So let me have Danny, Kerry, Kevin, Greg, Dylan, White, and Paul Carganilla. Why don't you jump in and play this game tonight?
What? How exciting!
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think that's a great idea.
All right.
So, Miss Danny Kerry St. Germain, you are going to be the contestant tonight. So I'm going to need you to take a hike.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Can you hear me though? First of all.
You sound
Can you guys
great.
hear- Okay, good. The tester mic didn't work. Okay.
Okay, so Danny can't hear this, and she's going to have to guess these quirks that I'm going to give everyone right now. Kevin Gregg is a self-righteous vegan.
Okay, thank you.
So that's what's going on there.
You should have gotten that one, Dan. And
Hey,
not because you are, but because you would kill it. You would kill it. But Kevin will too.
We kill the animals. So Paul, we're gonna have you be Danny Kerry's OBGYN. Okay. And Dylan is going to be an internet scammer.
Oh, why couldn't I get that one?
You guys want to trade these?
I'm sorry to jump in. While you're on that though, before Danny starts, make her do the baby bump date thing.
Baby
because
bump
she's
date.
pregnant.
Oh.
She's pregnant. We need to do that every week. I'm sorry, I should.
Okay. Can someone tell Danny to come back? Drum roll, please.
Done.
It's really tiring.
Coordinate this, right?
Well, we were maybe a little too efficient. You guys want to talk about our feelings?
I am feeling very excited to be here on the show, and I hope.
Hey, there she is.
Find the love.
Hi.
Hey, Danny Kerry, before we dive into this, I think it's time for a little baby bump update.
Oh, sure. Hi. Oh, no. Dear. I just plugged my phone in for, to charge it, and it's trying to open iTunes and do all things. Hi, everybody. We're 21 weeks.
Woo!
Wow!
Wow!
Kaboom! Amazing.
Excellent.
Why is there
happy,
a
healthy,
on the dating
everything?
game?
You're feeling all right?
Sorry, what?
Happy, healthy, feeling all right?
Happy, healthy, feeling better. Yeah, it was
Good.
like when we first went on quarantine, I all of a sudden felt real pregnant, and it was rough. And then I've been feeling better the last several 2 weeks or so. So it's great. Yeah.
Well, congratulations. And we are going to dive into the dating game. Ladies and gentlemen, live from Burbank, California, it's the dating game. Our contestant today, Miss Danny Kerry, comes to us from Anaheim, California. Danny Kerry's turn-ons include Baywatch reruns, Italian hoagies, and arguing with wildlife in public. Say hello, Danny.
Hello. I'm so excited to be here.
All right, we've got Bachelor number 1, Kevin, Bachelor number 2, Dylan, and Bachelor number 3, Paul. And as you know, you get to ask them 3 questions, and then you're going to figure out what's going on with these guys.
Yes.
Take it away.
Okay, great. Okay, Bachelor number 1. Sorry, I'm really nervous. I love the Bachelor franchise. So, I've been single for a long time, so I tend to have my girlfriends over and we have a little party. So would you watch with us, or are you the kind of guy that would just go out and bring us wine?
Here's the deal, Danny. It's really good to meet you. I'll tell you what, I am a romantic type of guy. I really want to make sure that whatever it is that we're partaking of for the evening, that, it's cool, that it's good. And I think that you might be that type of gal, got to make sure that whatever you're putting in, it's got to be the best, right? Only the best. For you. Me too. Mainly me. But you got to make sure that whatever we're setting out, whatever we're putting in, it's the absolute best. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you put in what you take out of life.
Yeah.
The opposite.
Garbage in, garbage out. Garbage in, garbage out. No garbage here. No garbage.
Oh,
None.
okay.
None.
Well, we'll talk about what we think is garbage a little later.
Cool.
Okay, Bachelor number 2. Same question. Would you enjoy watching The Bachelorette with me, or are you going to kind of step out?
No, I would absolutely love to watch The Bachelorette with you. I mean, if you could give me, your login information for, your Hulu or Netflix account, give me your login information, your password, your email address, just so we can actually log in and we can all watch it together. That would be great. And then I would love to, share that information just so we can have a whole big watch party together. I think that would be a great way to spend our evening.
Great. That sounds like a really financially responsible position for me. Thanks. Okay. Bachelor number 3. So what are your thoughts on the Bachelor franchise?
It's good to see you again, darling. And I just want to say to the lovely Bachelor, thank you for giving us this opportunity different from our outside relationship that we have already established. And to my contestants, my fellow competitors, I'd like to say, hi, men. At this point, I would just like to say, whatever bachelorette, I should say, comes to see me, we will explore the YouTubes. We will explore any type of creative entertainment, any eggs that hatch within our exploration of the tubes. And just like you and I have established in the past, it will be completely healthy and completely sanitary, and we will just make sure that everyone feels comfortable.
Great. I like to hear that. Okay. Let's see. All right. Bachelor number 1. What would you say is your worst habit? Like I take a really long time to get ready, and I know it's really annoying to a lot of people. So I would say that's probably my worst bad habit. So what would yours be?
I'll totally get it. I'm very clean with everything that I eat, wear, anything. I probably say this if I'm gonna maybe have an error. Maybe every once in a while, I might take in something that has not the best natural sugar, or maybe I'm not exactly wearing the most hemp authorized outfit. You know what I mean? That's probably, and I'd say that's probably it. That's probably about it. Everything else, I'm A-okay. Especially with what I eat.
Veganism all the way for you, huh? Okay, great. Bachelor number 2, same question. What is your worst bad habit?
My worst bad habit is honestly, I think I'm a bit too generous a lot of the times. I like to give away money to everybody I meet. I have a lot of connections with, very famous people, a couple Nigerian princes. And then, if we hit it off, I would love to give you some of their money that, they allow to share with me. Of course, it requires a small fee. So if you were to pay me a deposit, I would be able to send some of that money to you. But I tend to be very generous. I think that could be my worst habit, to be a bit too generous with other people's money for you.
Well, now I feel bad because I think I ignored an email from you last week.
No, don't feel bad at all. Don't feel bad at all. I'm sure there's not going to be any sort of Egyptian curse that's going to befall you and future generations of your family if you didn't forward that along to several members of your email address list.
Okay, great. That's not creepy. Bachelor number 3, same question.
While many of my friends and clients try to shave time time off of their time with me. I would say my biggest downfall is that I like to linger too much. Maybe I spend too much. Maybe I love my work too much that I have tunnel vision, and I like to take the horse by the reins and just dig my feet into the stirrups, and I like to get settled. And as you know, I do very thorough work.
That's great. I mean, loving what you do is very important, you know. That's excellent. Okay, I guess this is my final question. It's very important. So it's just a really simple one. Del Taco or Taco Bell, please explain.
Here's the deal. Let me ask you a question. Why? Why either of those? Seriously. I think I've answered. That's all. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think between Del Taco and Taco Bell, they would love to be able to send you a gift card with whatever amount that you would be able to spend like on our date together. So I would be able to get that gift card for you. I would just need you to run down to your local Walmart and pick up that gift card, and then they will reimburse you for it, of course, when we go out for our date.
Great. That seems totally legitimate. Thank you.
Absolutely legitimate. You can completely trust me.
Okay. I love that. Definitely trust is important to me. Bachelor number 3, Del Taco or Taco Bell?
The easy answer is I love tacos. But having established a relationship with you and your husband the way that I have, and knowing and respecting you both, I would like to take you both to a nice dinner out. The three of us, where I could pass along to you some very important and very world-shattering, life-changing news.
Okay.
I hope you will take me out on that date.
Well,
now, Danny, we've got 3 very eligible, wonderful, charming gentlemen here. Unfortunately, it's come down to this. You can only pick one. So who's it going to be?
oh my goodness. Well, Bachelor number 1, I mean, it seems like I could learn a lot from you. You're very health conscious, vegan, probably wear, recyclable clothing, all of those, wonderful things. And Bachelor number 2, I just get this vibe from you. Like, don't take this the wrong way or anything, but, I just feel like you might scam me and everyone at any point ever. And Bachelor number 3, I'd actually be interested to see you outside of our, I guess, previous relationship, which I'm glad you enjoy because I feel like it's very personal to me. You're a doctor of of the feminine persuasion, it seems.
Yes, this is correct. And as is a surprise to everyone here right now who is watching, I must admit I've been able to prepare for this night for a moment, and my answers here tonight were not just based on a simple game, but my relationship with the Bachelorette and her husband. I bring very exciting news, and if she is willing to share it with the audience, now would be a fantastic time, I believe.
Yes. What? Okay. It's a boy!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Danny and Sean, who announced their pregnancy here on the Picnics, are having a boy. Congratulations, Dani and Sean. What do you feel? What are your feelings?
Oh my goodness, I'm very excited. I'm very excited. It was, there's lots of mixed emotions, but I wanted to have one of each, and so we get one of each, and I'm very happy.
Hey man, I can feel that.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for just like sharing all of your updates with our family here and being such an amazing
Fun.
part.
I'm not seeing anybody else. I'm not like getting to talk to people, so this is great.
If you're at home watching on the YouTubes, we can hear you. Make some noise for Dani and Sean in the comfort of your living room or your bedroom. Baby boy Saint Germain. Love it. Amazing. Congratulations, you guys. Thank you so much. That was fun. I had to admit that I cheated. I knew my quirk ahead of time. But
Paul, you had some zingers, and it was taking everything in my power to not like give away that I knew why you were saying those things.
I felt bad after like my last answer, but you hung it out there, and I just had to.
It was good. It was perfect.
All right. Well, once again, Dani, we're gonna see you later on. Congratulations, Dani and Sean, on their baby boy on the way. So cool. Next up, without any further ado, since we are running 15 minutes behind at this point, Niki, Bente, and Mike Stang, ladies and gentlemen, you know them, you love them. Let's bring them in. Niki and Mike, thank you for joining us again.
Congrats, Dani. Yay. Thanks for having us again. We're actually going to do a newer song, a Halsey song for you guys today. So let's hit it, babe. Wanna believe that you don't have a backbone in your body, but the bruises on your ego make you go wow, 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 yeah. Wanna believe that even when you're stone cold, you're sorry. Tell me why you gotta be so out of your mind, yeah. I know you're choking on your fears. Already told you I'm right here. I will stay by your side every night. I don't know why you hide from the one you close your eyes to, the one you run and lie to, the one that you love. When you know you can cry to, the one you can confide in, the one you can be kind to, the one that you love. I know you need the upper hand even when we aren't fighting. Cause in the past you had to prepare every time, yeah. So wanna leave. But if you're gonna fight, then do it for me. I know you built the love but broken now, so just try, yeah. I know you're choking on your fears. Already told you I'm right here. I will stay by your side every night. I don't know why you hide from the one you close your eyes to, the one mess up and lie to, the one that you love. When you know you can cry to, the one you can confide in, the one you can be kind to, the one that you love. Yeah.
Niki, Bente, and Mike Stang.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much. Anything new? Any new dates we need to remember, Mike or Niki, for your live stream stuff?
We have an original song coming out soon. It's being mixed, so as soon as that one is mixed and ready, we will let you guys know.
Where do we find the latest news and updates?
Either of our Facebook pages and all social media.
I have Niki Bente Music on Facebook, and then MikeStang.com.
Yes.
MikeStangMusic.com.
Give it up for Niki and Mike. Niki Bente and Mike Stang Music on the YouTubes. I can't wait to hear that original. That's exciting. Thank you guys for joining us again. And next up, we're going to play one of our favorite improv games. It's called Good, Bad, Worst. In the past, it's been bad, bad, worst. But tonight, we're going to play it right and legit. We're going to get some good advice. I mean, I'm going to introduce our amazing panel. We're going to have some good advice. We're going to have some bad advice. And we're going to have the worst advice ever. Our players are going to be Dani, Kerry, Germain, Denny Siegel, and Craig Jackman joining us in a virtual improv game for the first time. He's coming out from behind the scenes to help us out here tonight. Give it up for Craig. Yes. Now, normally we will ask the audience, but since there is a 20-second lag and we're trying to streamline, I added this to the Google Sheets that we did throughout the week. So I took some questions off the Google Sheets that everybody wanted to know. And since we have such an esteemed, amazing panel of special, intelligent, and like-minded people here that keep everyone's good intentions and well-being in mind. This is improv, you guys. We look to them to guide us into the light from the darkness in which we are. Again, our panelists are Craig, Dani, and Denny in that order. And first question we got from the interwebs is, how do I tell my spouse that their coffee sipping is annoying? We'll start with Craig.
Ooh, well, actually, what you should probably do, there are two things I would recommend. Either you slurp loudly back so that maybe the spouse will get the point, or you politely say, my dear, you are making some extra noise that's a little bit much.
Thank you. Our second panelist, Dani.
Hello, my name is Peggy. I'm a little nervous being seen right now. I'm usually just behind the phone. Local customer service at Guitar Center. Hi. So, I mean, slurping coffee is obviously super annoying. So I would probably just go ahead and just take their coffee from them and pour it out. Because, I mean, for one, I can't stand mouth noises. Like, just anything like, no. That would be the end of that. And so the coffee would be thrown away, or we would have to end our relationship, is basically how dramatic it would get for me. But that's just me. I hear you're concerned. I mean, you could start with that. You could say, like, I hear what you're doing, and I want to voice my concerns to you. And then you just go ahead and pour their coffee out.
That's it? That's what you have? Brenda Vaccaro, Insky from the Brooklyn Journal. Yeah. Pouring coffee out. That's the first step. But if the slurping don't stop, now you said spouse, you didn't say husband, but I'm gonna imagine it's a guy because guys are disgusting. So here's what you do, sweetheart. Here's what you do. You wait till he goes to sleep, because you don't want to pour the coffee out in this economy. Coffee's expensive, right? Wait till he goes to sleep. Put up a pot of coffee. And then when it's hot, and I don't mean scalding hot, I'm not a monster. You take it off, you give it 2, 3, 4 minutes, let it cool a little bit. And then you take it and you pour it over his crotch and you go, oh, is your crotch gonna make a disgusting sound? Is your crotch gonna sip the coffee so loud that the Krasinskis can hear it next door? I don't think so. That will be the last time he slurps his coffee. I guarantee it. It worked for my first and my third husband. Second one drank tea.
Yes, that was great advice from our panel here. Thank you.
And lawyer up. Lawyer up.
Yeah, that's probably good advice.
Yeah.
Our next question coming in from the onlines is taking care of. How does one take care of one's? The person who submitted the question labeled it boob cheese on a hot day. How do you take care of yourself on a hot day?
Well, I would actually be very careful if you are out in the public, of course. Maybe a very good idea, for example, if you are at the beach, probably to take your towel and as you pull it up, you just maybe kind of slide it under the leg and just kind of twist it a little bit, like you're pulling it around your back and then tying it up. Otherwise, just excuse yourself, find a restroom, and wipe off.
Cool. Boob cheese. All right. I mean, I don't know if I've personally experienced like boob cheese, boob sweat. Like, I know what you're talking about. I'm not sure if I've ever heard of boob cheese, but if I guess you had it like belly button cheese, is it the same thing? I'm not sure. We might have a product that would help with that. Like deodorant or something, if you just put it under your boobs or something. But boob cheese, let's see. I guess what I would do is probably just like lift them up and just go ahead and stuff some like tissues underneath and you know, hope that kind of takes care of your problem. But like you know, if that didn't meet your satisfaction, then you can actually just call this other number that I can forward to you as soon as I hang up with you.
In Brooklyn, we got a lot of good Italian restaurants, and we know about cheese. What is the way to do when he's got a big block of Parmesan for your Caesar? Does he just drop the whole hunk of Parmesan in the middle of your salad? No, he takes a grater. So it's less money than deodorant. Deodorant's not bad, but again, a little expensive, and not all of us are on a guitar center salary. So you get a metal grater, you lift the right one, you always the left one because it's closer to the heart. I don't know if you can see, you lift it, and you grate. That's where you get the phrase, your great-great-grandmother, because in the old country, they all had that shit under their boobs. Then you lift the other one, you grate. I guarantee you, with the crusting and the scabbing, you won't be worried about the boob cheese. You're welcome.
Thank you. Well esteemed and wise panel. We have a final question from our audience, which is this particular writer they're looking forward to when the stay-at-home orders are lifted and they can host their in-laws for a engagement dinner, and they're asking, what is the best way to serve my in-laws?
Well, congratulations on bringing your in-laws home. I would think that you would serve them as you would any guest that comes to your house. And of course, being polite, you want to serve them first. You want to serve them with dignity, and you want to make sure that, of course, they are comfortable and having a very good time.
All right. I mean, if you want them to walk all over you once you get married, I guess that's good advice. I don't know. This chick that works with me, she just got married and they were having a baby, and her mother, it's a long story, but anyway, her mother-in-law is this like crazy person. And so she was saying that if she had just kind of asserted herself in the beginning, then, you know, maybe all this crap wouldn't be so hard. So your in-laws are coming over. I mean, I would just probably ask them to cook, you know. I mean, they don't have to bring anything, but like just invite them over at like 3:00 and then have dinner at 6. And then if they want control of your life, then be like, great, control my life. Cook for me. Do the thing then. You know, I'm not going to put out effort for you so that you can insult me and make my life hell, right? So, I mean, one, make them cook. And if you don't want to make them cook, if you want to cook for them, I mean, make it something really easy, like Chef Boyardee that bitch. Don't go farther than that, because it's just going to establish a relationship where they are in control and you have no say, and then you're going to have kids and they're going to be crazy, and I don't know. That's why I'm not having kids. So anyway, yeah. That's it.
Oh, I'm getting applause. I haven't even opened up my mouth yet. That's how good I am. And I like Chef Boyardee. Good call on that one. Good call there, Brownie. All right. You know how a guy will look at his girlfriend's ma to see how she's going to look when she gets older, right? So what you do is you play it cool for dinner. I don't care if it's Chef Boyardee or a filet mignon or whatever the heck, right? But when dessert comes and you pour in the coffee, you lean over like you're going to give some to the dad, and you pour it on his crotch. You pour it on his crotch to see if he can take it. Because if he can take it, then you know your husband will be able to take it when he snorts his coffee. And then you know to go ahead and marry the bastard. You're welcome.
She's not wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for our esteemed panel tonight. Played by Craig Jackman, Dani, Kerry, St. Germain, and Denny. Denny, did you have more?
Played by, this is me. This is me, Paul. That Denny was an act.
Brenda. Was it Brenda?
Makarowitz.
Brenda Makarowitz. Thank you. Give it up.
Makarowitz. Somebody must be old enough to know what I'm talking about. Thank you.
Brenda Makarowitz.
Look it up.
Right.
It's a B.
Makarowitz. All right. Fantastic. Priceless advice you should never forget. You know what else you should never forget? Any music that Mr. Dan Franklin puts out into your face holes, your eyeballs and your ear holes, your nose and mouth. And he's here to do more of that. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Dan Franklin!
Thank you, Paulie. So, with the Greatest Showman happening tonight, I figured I'd do something that kind of was circusy a little bit. I got this tune about kind of a Dust Bowl era snake oil salesman traveling from town to town, taking advantage of the local populace and then moving on. And I don't know why, it just made me think of that. But it's called Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Country town, just like the one before and the one to come. They got this simple way of living their lives. Well, maybe not so much when I'm done. I'm the tug at your shoulder, the voice in your head, the little black widow underneath your bed. I've been through your closets, know your skeletons well, and frankly I'm offended by some of the stories you tell. I'm the way, the truth, the life, high class living. I'm the Our Father to the unforgiven. I got elixirs, snake oil, potions and creams to soothe your fears and steal your dreams. Now step right up, sir, take your pick. It's satisfaction guaranteed. Slinging smoke and mirrors, I'll bamboozle you with choices. And when I deploy my decoys, you won't notice that the choice is never really your own. Now you see me, now you don't. Now you see me, now you don't. Gosh, I didn't know there'd be so many. I hope I brought enough supply. Their gaze is fixed on my countless curios, money bleeding from their eyes. Now here's a heartbroken mademoiselle, one finger on the trigger, one foot in hell. Here's the preacher, the showgirl does Marines, jonesing for a few of their favorite things. They could take the high road, pass me by, but they never ever do, never even try. Common decency crumbles beneath my feet, then I blend into the shadow of a memory. Step right up, miss, what's your wish? Oh no, I won't tell a soul. Slinging smoke and mirrors, I'll bamboozle you with choices. And when I deploy my decoys, you will notice that the choice is never really your own. Now you see me, now you don't. I sit down to count the wages, the patrons' faces almost make me doubt, but I've forgotten any other way. Is there any other way? You won't notice that the choice is never really your own. I'm right behind you when you think you're alone. It's closing time, but here's one for the road. Now you see me, now you don't. Now you see me, now you don't. I'm the tug at your shoulder, the voice in your head. I'm the little black widow underneath your bed.
Give it up for Dan Franklin! Yes! Amazing as always, bro. Amazing.
Thank you so much, guys.
You'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
I just got to say, if you're enjoying this at home, we got 145 people watching right now. That's twice as much as we'd have in a live venue. So thank you guys for being here. Especially with what's going on in the world, in the COVIDs and the riots, the unnecessary madness that is unfolding. I'm glad we can all find a space to be together here, and forget about the craziness of the world for just a second. And I just because I saw a couple of times on the YouTube chat people asking where are those Venmo links. They are in the description of the video here on YouTube. Everybody's Venmo's there who is willing to accept your tips tonight. All these performers, and here we are. There's the list right in front of you. Thank you for sharing that, Craig. All the performers who are open to accepting your tips, and just appreciate you guys so much. You can, if you're here for somebody and you want to give them some love, there's their direct link. Or if you're enjoying the show and you want to spread it amongst the performers, we got the show, Venmo and PayPal at the bottom there, online variety show, just like our link is onlinevarieityshow.com. And we know so many of you are hurting, but if you're able to give and you want to support, those are the links to do so. We appreciate you guys so much. But if you can't, please don't turn off the channel. We love having you here. We got a great rest of the show tonight for you. A little under 2 hours now. Our last hour tonight is going to be a Greatest Showman, a spotlight on the music from the Greatest Showman. And we love musicals. We're having some musicals happening tonight, and we're about to have actually an improvised musical. We tried it for the first time last week, and it was a huge hit. We're doing it again, and a lot of people know. Any performers who are looking at the schedule right now see that Jamie is up next in the schedule. She will not be performing, and she will not be in the mini musical either, due to some news she just got on the phone about her brand new shift tomorrow. So if anybody is around and ready to jump in here as we introduce the mini musical that's about to take place, the improvised mini musical. Dani, Kerry, St. Germain, are you going to jump in for Jamie here?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Danny's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Unless you guys, unless Ash, because I didn't get to listen to any of the music beforehand.
You'll hear it right away. It's easy. You'll do it.
If somebody can send you the link of the Dropbox. We're also looking for Denny. Is Denny here?
John's coming.
And John as well.
Where's the? Hold on. I'll send you the Dropbox, Danny. I'm texting you in 5 seconds.
Thank you.
All right. So if you weren't here with us last week, here's the way it works. We have an amazing pianist in our Paulies Picnic family who couldn't make it here tonight, but he's going to be here next week. Adam Bravo has created these amazing tracks that are between 90 seconds and 2 minutes long, based on the style of a musical composer. And he's created a Dropbox link with 6 of these tracks, 3 from last week that we enjoyed, and 3 brand new ones this week. We're throwing them into a hat, 3 hats, if you will, and we're about to name a musical based on suggestions I got from you guys. Those of you who watched last week, who were probably pretty smart and on to me, saw that I was asking for a movie title for the game director and scene titles as well on the onlines, but that was all a ruse to get suggestions for this. And here it is Mr. John Flanagan here?
He's
got 4 players.
Calling him.
He's calling it.
Yeah, he thought he had 5 minutes.
I just told him 5 minutes.
Okay. All right. Well, just let him know what he's getting, because I'm going to give... Oh, there he is. Welcome, John. So I'm going to give these guys... we're going to go person by person. There's 5 of them. There's going to be 5 scenes in this mini musical that's about to take place in about 10 minutes. They get 10 minutes to write these songs based on the composers. I got 3 hats here. One is the order of your song in the musical. One is the style that you're performing, and the other is the name of your scene. So based on the suggestions that I got from the onlines, the Google forms, this musical is called The Diary of an Angry Mom in a Minivan. It's probably already been written, but the musical is called The Diary of an Angry Mom in a Minivan. That is the name of the musical. Next up, each of you will go through, you will get your number in the order, you will get the name of your song, and you will get the style of the composers. Who wants to go first? Nobody can escape it, so just jump in. Alex and Steph are going first. They are getting the name of their song first. The name of their song is Waiting for the Government Check and the Mailman is Late. That's the name, or the scene. That is the scene or the name of the song.
Waiting for the government check and the mailman.
Yep, and next up, it's going to be the order that it takes place in the musical. It's number 1. I don't know if you can see that. Yours is the first song in the musical. And so next is going to be your composer. This is the song that you are writing to, and it is ALW, Andrew Lloyd Webber. In the style of Andrew Lloyd Webber, they are writing a song to open the show called Waiting for the Government Check. The Mailman is Late, or that's the premise of the scene. That's our first players. Who's next?
Me.
All right. Who's Dani? Dani, Kerry, St. Germain. The name of your song or the scene is called How I Lost My Shoe. How I Lost My Shoe is the name of yours. And in the order of the musical, that's going to be our song number, look at that, 2. Song number 2. And in the style of, Pasek and Paul.
And so in order to do this, I need to like do the screen sharing music thingy.
You don't have to. You can play it on your phone and sing along to it. You've never heard any of these tracks.
No, but like when I do it, then back to you guys.
Yeah, you could just hold out your phone and sing along to it.
Great, we'll have that.
So in the order of Pasek and Paul, she's going to perform How I Lost My Shoe, number 2 in the order of the show.
Okay, bye.
Next up, I saw Denny's hand up. She was so excited to get hers, and the name of her scene is The Audition. That is the name of her scene. And in the order of the show, she will be going number 5. She's the 5th.
Is that last?
The show. And in the style of Cantor Ebb. So they're in the Dropbox from Adam Bravo. That's closing out the show tonight.
Ooh,
I got Dan and John left. Who's next?
I'll do it.
John Flanagan's next. The scene or the song is called The Pigeon Pluckers. The Pigeon.
Pigeon Pluckers.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's straight
Careful
from
with that
the suggestions
pronunciation.
on Google's. That's number 3 in the show. That's right in the middle of the show.
Perfect. You know, a good Act 1 closer.
Yeah. And this is going to be in the style of Rogers and Hammerstein.
Brilliant. I'll take it.
That's right. Pigeon Pluckers. And that leaves us with Mr. Dan Franklin, who already knows he is going, if anybody's paying attention, 4th?
4th.
He's the 4th song in the musical. His song or scene is called The Cafeteria Meltdown. The Cafeteria Meltdown is the name of his scene or song. And finally, in the style of Gershwin.
That's perfect for that, isn't it?
Gershwin. All right, so in about 10 minutes, we are going to be treated to this amazing musical just made up on the spot. And thank you guys. They're all off to write their music. And there they go. Next up, you may have heard me mention earlier, a staple of every Paulies Picnic so far, every virtual Paulies Picnic, is Mr. Daniel Roquet. And a lot of you may have heard or may have not. He had...
Not quite. I had a procedure. I had what's an angiocardiogram, where they run it up your artery and your vein, you know.
Like 2 days ago. Like 2 days
Yeah. So they tell me I should be taking it easy, which my wife keeps insisting on. But you're killing me with this improvised musical this week. You're killing me. I felt fine till then.
Well, we're still gonna, you're here and we love you and we want to feature your work. That's about what we're. Oh God.
Hi, I'm back.
Did you die?
Oh no, not yet.
Not yet, he says. Not yet. Danny, what are we about to enjoy?
Okay, so since I'm not doing anything live tonight, I thought I'd play something, a video. I've been very fortunate to perform in Las Vegas numerous times over the last 10 years in a composer showcase, which is now held at the Smith Center. And as a result of that, performing with my dear friend Tish Diaz on keys, I got to do, Tish didn't do this one, I'm lying. Anyway, she was the reason I did it. She was doing Jersey Boys. The reason this happened was that composer showcase, and I got to do something I may never ever get to do again. So Paul's kind enough to play that video tonight, and I'm enjoying everybody tonight. So I'll see you all next week.
Dude had medical instruments poked into his heart 2 days ago.
Did it go that far up? I guess.
And he's here with us at the picnic. So the least we can do is enjoy him on stage, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Danny Roquet.
Thanks.
I was supposed to sing a song tonight, one I'd written and rehearsed till it was better than alright. But I got busy with some things, didn't plan my time that well. I got way behind on schedule, and my plans got shot to hell. So I never kept my bargain, I'm exposed for all to see. If you're voting on a deadbeat, I guess I'm your nominee. What I'm trying to say this whole time, all along, is that I'm sorry that I didn't write a song. I'm sorry, especially you, Keith. I really apologize. I'm so glad that I can't see your face. I know I'd see a frown. Quite sure you're disappointed. It's because I let you down. I tried to write some lyrics, but I couldn't rhyme a verse. So I thought I'd work the melody. It turned out even worse. Wrote down what I was thinking, but it all seemed so cliche. Found my words were far from clever. I had nothing new to say. I remember when my writing was so strong, but now I'm sorry that I didn't write a song. It could have been one filled with passion and with heat, one to bring all sides together, bring the people to their feet. But that won't happen, 'cause I never got it done. Now I'm up here trying to fake it, not fooling anyone. I stand here empty-handed, I brought no greatest hit. That's where I'd put the key change if I'd only thought of it. With all the parts and pieces of ballads I've begun, you think with all the time I've had, I could have finished one. It was going to be my masterpiece, was gonna be so great. Counterpoint and change of tempo, except I procrastinate. Thought I'd have enough time, I was wrong, and now I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm just so sorry that I didn't write a song. Just know that I apologize. I never meant to tell you lies. I thought I'd found this great refrain, then couldn't pull it from my brain. Meant to write amazing phrases, epic tunes that last through ages. Although for a piece never created, it sure turned out awfully long. Still, I'm sorry. That I didn't write a song. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for playing that. You guys have a great night. See you later.
Thank you, Dani. Take care of yourself, bro. I mean, that's him just cleaning up on the stage in Vegas with original music that he wrote. And it just goes to show you, like, this is the level of talent that we have on this show, on the internet, on Saturday nights for free. We need to get more eyeballs and ear holes on this thing. If you can, share the link. Get some new viewers in here, some new subscribers. We could use some more likes. We got 146 people watching and only 118 likes. So somebody out there hasn't liked the video yet. We don't do this because we want friends. We do it for analytics and for shares from the YouTubes to help us reach more people. Oh, that's a perfect transition to our next guest, who is a star on the YouTubes. A good friend of mine from a long time ago, and he's just one of those genuine people who are just loyal friends who anytime you reach out to him and you say, bro, come on in and just like do this thing with us, there he is. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Villain. Give it up for Chris.
Stop, Paul. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for having me here. I really appreciate it. Also, kind of salty you put me after a Vegas icon, but I think I'll deal with it. What's up, you guys? My name is Chris. I heard today was we were doing a kind of musical theme with The Greatest Showman, so I decided that I would sing a song from one of my favorite musicals, Hairspray, and the song is called It Takes Two, and I'm going to sing it for you right now, although I'm working with some technical shindigs here, so excuse me one moment while I get this set up for you guys. I think I'm all good, but we're going to find out in a second if you hear the music playing or not. But yeah, this is It Takes Two from Hairspray. They say it's a man's world, well that cannot be denied. But what good's a man's world without a woman by his side? And so I will wait until that moment you decide that I'm your man and you're my girl, that I'm the sea and you're the pearl. It takes two, baby. It takes two. A king ain't a king without the power behind the throne. A prince is a papa, babe, without a chick to call his own. So please, darling, choose me. I don't wanna rule alone. Tell me I'm your king and you're my queen, that no one else will come between. It takes two, baby. It takes two. Lancelot had Guinevere, Mrs. Claus had old Saint Nick, Romeo had Juliet, and Liz, well, she has a dick. They say it takes two to tango, well, that tango's child's play. Just take me to the dance floor and we'll twist the night away. Like Frankie Avalon had his favorite Mouseketeers. I dream of a lover, babe, to say the things I long to hear. So come closer, baby, oh, and whisper in my ear. Tell me you're my girl and I'm your boy, that I'm your pride and you're my boy. If I'm the sand and you're the tide, I'll be your groom if you'll be my bride. It takes two, baby. It takes two. It takes two, baby. It takes two. And there you have it.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Chris Villain. Chris, hang on for just a second.
Absolutely.
Embarrass you for a minute. I'm sorry if I do.
Wait, embarrass me? What are we talking about?
Not sorry, but anybody like Chris and I go way back from. I think we met doing the Phineas and Ferb show at Disneyland.
Yes, yes.
Okay, that was a while ago. And this guy is amazing. He's a fireball. He has so much talent and vision. And if you're not if you're one of the like fewer than 2 million people not following him on YouTube, you need to, because the videos, the content that he puts out is freaking incredible. And I'm going to share something with you, Chris, and also the rest of everybody who's watching right now.
Okay.
They haven't heard yet. But you know how we're doing these musical spotlights?
Yes.
So in 2 weeks from tonight, we're doing a musical spotlight on Into the Woods.
Oh, are you?
It would be really interesting if you joined us for that. So I'm just saying.
That would be very interesting if I joined you for that.
You have to commit right now. I think it's like June 14th. It's 2 Saturdays from now.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Chris Villain.
I love you guys. Also, Paul, thank you for your kind words. I really look up to you, so that means a lot coming from you.
You're a hero to me. So.
Stop. Okay, I'll see you guys in a bit.
All right. Chris Villain, everybody. If you saw Wizard in Starfighter, he was the texter in that. Love that guy. Love him so much. All right, so what's up next? Oh, it's our mini musical. So this time, here we go. I forget the order. I think Alex and Steph was first, but just as we planned it out and drew names from hats, ladies and gentlemen, Paulie's Picnic 31 brings to you our original movie musical. It was something about an angry mom in a minivan. I lost the slip. Here it is. Nope, it's here. The Diary. Paulie's Picnic 31 presents to you The Diary of an Angry Mom in a Minivan. Curtain.
Looking out the window, it's raining here. Waiting for the mailman to appear. I hope the check comes today. My wife is pissed and she's on the way. What time is it? It's noon. The faucet is leaking. We need him soon. Hurry, mailman, give us a check before our wife gets home.
Maybe if I follow him from far enough away, he won't notice that I'm sitting here praying that my check will come today. Why is he walking so slowly toward my home? Oh, what is he doing? My God, he just kicked over my garden gnome.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus, did he just kick over the garden gnome? She's gonna be pissed when she gets home. I hope she doesn't realize it now.
My life in a minivan isn't very exciting, I have to admit. But here I am waiting for the stupid late mailman without my government check, that piece of shit!
I hope he doesn't hit him with her car.
I'm gonna hit him with my car.
Oh God, I've had my volume off. Is it my turn? Oh dear.
It is. Second scene.
Okay, well, we'll see. I'm truly improvising the last line of the song, so this should be great. Okay, sweating. All right, stop me if the sound is too horrible. Dear Diary, today was a day like any other day. I tried to get the kids off to school on time, but no, it can't be easy. It won't be easy today. One has a fever, the other has hives, and the third can't stop saying shit. I think he heard it from his dad. Remind me to kill that piece of shit. That's when I realize I don't know what to do. And I lost my shoe. Shit. I mean, sugar. Sorry, sweetie. Mama needs a minute here. Maybe a beer or two. Where's my fucking shoe? Then my oldest calls. Mom, there's a shoe in my lunch. What should I do with the shoe? What would you do?
Who's number 3? Is it John?
I am number 3. All right, here we go. I'm just a mom you can't expect. I wear a cape and fly a jet. No, I'm not a hero. Here in my minivan. Yes, there's a service I perform. It's not a lot, it's true. But I think it's worth it, and I've got a purpose. Here's what I like to do. When I see a pigeon standing in the road, I tilt my steering wheel a little, aim my minivan like a missile. 10 points for 1, 50 for 2. Kids, please don't judge your mother. They call me crass. Hold on to your hats, 'cause I am the pigeon plucker.
I just go. Okay. Breaking traffic lights in my Astro van. Kids are in the backseat like barbarians. I started smelling something like rancid spam, so I pulled it over and I asked the fam about the cafeteria meltdown. Chili con carne all around. Don't even get me started about the eggs and hash browns and beef. There never used to be a cow. Later that evening I was blessed with a rather unsavory mess. Ears full of potatoes and watercress. And that's when they told me about the rest. It turns out little Billy, he started it all when he tripped little Bartholomew in the hall. Spilled his grody tater tots all over Paul, and no one's left to clean it all.
As I wipe the tater tots off, please welcome our final act of the evening, our final song of this musical, performed by Denny Siegel.
The audition. It's time to shine. This time is mine. And when it's over, I'll have some cheese and wine. I'll take my bow as the roses are thrown. I'll steal your men and I'll never be alone. I know you wanted the part I got. But let's face it, ladies, I'm too damn hot. Don't worry, you can understudy me if I call out ill. But here's the thing, I never will. So congratulate me, pat me on my back. I know you hate me for my face and rack. I'm trading in my minivan for a hot new baby free car. 'Cause mamas, I'm gonna be a star.
Let's give it up for all of our performers of the improvised mini musical Alex and Steph, Dani, Kerry, St. Germain, John Flanagan, Dan Franklin, and Denny Siegel.
Adam Bravo!
That was
Yes, give it
Adam
up for Adam Bravo, who created all of that music
That was amazing.
for the show.
that was the most stressful thing I've ever done.
It's
so stressful.
I literally can smell myself now. That's like the fear.
Oh.
I
We
can
just
smell you.
yell at each other for 5 minutes about what's funnier and what's not.
not
and
gonna
how
work.
we're gonna sing it. That doesn't rhyme. Jamaican.
See,
Be
but
funnier.
you guys have the benefit of a collaboration.
It's not a benefit.
Oh, I don't know if that's a benefit.
Ideas.
That is
And
not
normally
a benefit.
Yell at each other.
After a regular musical that we've rehearsed forever, we'd go out for drinks and unwind and relax. But that
Great
was
idea.
improvised. That was crazy, and we're still hunkering down because we've got one more musical performance, one more improv game, and then a spotlight on the music from The Greatest Showman, which is going to be spectacular. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and without further ado, dude, I've always been a huge fan of his, but lately, I'm like the newest #1 fan of Mr. Johnny Gomez. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Johnny G!
What up, y'all? Thanks for having me again. Tonight I'll be covering a song by Jeff Beck. Surprise, surprise. But this one's special. It's called Angel's Footsteps. Gonna dedicate this one to a special person who reached out to me on Monday. She had no idea I was having a really rough day. Sends me a message and shows me a picture of Jeff Beck's actual autograph. And she says, I think this belongs with you. And totally blew me away. I'm insanely grateful. Melissa Long Kitano came in, made my entire month with this amazing gift. I have it up on my wall here, and I just look at it for inspiration every day now. And second of all, this song also goes out to a hero of mine who couldn't be with us tonight, Miss Thomasina and her mom, Doris. And lastly, if you saw my post about this, any tips that come my way for tonight, a portion will go to Black Lives Matter, and I encourage you to look into that. You could donate yourself if you feel more comfortable doing that, or anything that comes my way, a portion of that is going to go. There are other causes as well. If you want to look into that, you can reach out to me. We can find out together where else we can help out. So without further ado, here's some Jeff Beck for y'all. This is called Angel. Thanks so much, y'all.
Give it up. Get on your feet. Throw a shoe at your computer webcam or your phone, your iPad. See, that's why I like I'm his new #1 fan. I mean, I've always been his fan, but holy monkey! Johnny Gomez, everybody. That's Johnny G. Wow. Incredible. Just incredible stuff. Thank you, Johnny. And for your incredible work, your generous offers and donations, which I will touch on again in just a moment. But first, it's time to close out the regular Paulies picnic portion of our show with the improv game we usually close them out with. Little party quirks. Turn on your cameras if you're playing party quirks. That is Alex, Steph, Denny, Dani, Todd, Dan Franklin, Bobby Kirby, Hunter if you're around, Chris Villain if you're still here.
Yeah.
We'll see who hops in.
Hi, Dani. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna do this party quirks thing that, I mean, it's, if you've ever seen an improv show, you know the premise. Our player Dylan is hosting a party, and he is gonna have some quirky folks show up based on your suggestions from the Google Forms at home. And he's gonna have to kind of guess based on their interactions who they are or what their quirk is. And once he identifies them, he's gonna dismiss them from the party until the game is over. So, it looks like we lost a couple of players who were going to be playing, which is totally fine. But Dylan, we're going to go ahead and ask you to go ahead and... Does anybody have his number? We can text him or call him.
Me or message me.
Dan Franklin, can
I'll
you
text
call
him?
Okay, perfect.
I got it.
Peace out, Dylan. And here we go. Without wasting any more time. Alex and Steph, since you're sharing a camera, I like to give you guys relationships and stuff. It's a good time. So Alex is a child star and Steph is his momager. That feels right in life, right? Okay, that's good. All right, Denny
Yes.
is all of Robin Williams' best roles.
Oh my.
Wow.
That's not a hard one.
It's Denny.
I mean,
Denny.
I know she can do it. Holy shit.
Okay. Thank you.
Dani, Kerry, Saint Germain, you are every Disney princess. Every single one. Todd Stubler is Stewie Griffin. I don't know if you know the show, but these are these are all the people, the suggestions I got from the peoples in the YouTubes and the Google Forms. Dan Franklin is a grammar Nazi. Can we say Nazi?
Yeah, but what's my role in the show?
It's very specific about the way that people use their grammar. That's something. Yeah. Bobby Kirby is a SpaceX astronaut. Is he around? Oh yeah, there you are. SpaceX astronaut for Bobby Kirby. Hunter's not here. Chris Villain is Gaston.
Oh, great. Perfect. Love that.
That it,
So
Paul?
one more time. I'm going to run it down. Alex and Steph. Alex is a child star. Steph is his momager. Denny is every Robin Williams all-star performance. Dani, Kerry, Saint Germain is every Disney princess. Todd Stubler is Stewie Griffin. Dan Franklin's a grammar particular person. Bobby's a SpaceX astronaut, and Chris Villain is Gaston. With that, we'll invite Dylan back in.
Got it.
His own party.
All right, playing a little Lenny Kravitz to start my party here. I'm so happy to be moved into my new place, and I'm looking forward to meeting all my new neighbors. I've got all these, deli meats set out because, here come the meat sweats. Huzzah! We have already my first guests are here. All right, yes, hi, welcome. It's so nice to see you. Come on in. Hi. I can't hear a word you're saying. You're a deaf mute.
That
Oh,
is
you're
fine.
the Marcel Marceau family. So
Oh, you are so funny. You're funny. I'm sure you remember me from the audition. I'm Janice, and this is my son, Joel.
Hi, it's so nice to meet you.
You can just sit
Janice
over
and
there.
Joel, yes. So I'm so glad you could come.
Yeah, we're so excited we could be here. Thanks for having us. Did you say that you were inviting your manager as well?
Well, I invited the apartment manager.
You can
Sure.
introduce us later. You can introduce us later. Joel, why don't you have some juice, honey? Get some juice. Get some juice for yourself.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Oh, you guys have yourself some juice. I'm gonna let somebody else in here. Hi, welcome. So nice to see you.
Oh, God, my car is so small. I'm in this tiny little car. It's a Fiat, and I'm stuck in there. It feels like forever. And then a guy came with a squeegee, and he rubbed the front of the car with that dirty squeegee, and I got out.
Well, I'm so glad you were able to get out of there, and I hope you have nothing to complain about here. I don't want you to complain all the time.
I don't complain at all. In fact, I want to say good morning and good evening.
Good morning and good evening and good night, because it's the Truman Show. I've got somebody else here.
All right. I'll entertain myself.
I'm gonna welcome my next neighbor here. Hi, thanks for coming to my housewarming party.
Oh, contractions, huh? Well, I appreciate it very much.
I'm so glad you do. So listen, do you have you lived in the building long?
You mean for a long time?
Yes, have you lived in the building a long time? I'm just, trying to get to know my neighbors here.
Right. I think you would have seen me by now. I have been here for quite some time.
All right. So, well, I'm you know what? Some of the juice we have over here, we have this mom and her son over here are having some juice. Maybe there's a little something they'll pretend.
Oh, great.
Too.
I'll go entertain them.
Great. Oh, yeah. Hi. With the tank top and the bun. So nice to see you. Thanks for coming to the party.
Oh, thank you. I'm wishing for some food for me. Is it over there?
Yeah, we got plenty of meats. Here come the meat sweats. So enjoy that, Snow White.
Oh, just quick question. I'm sorry. I'm still wearing my coat. Don't you have a hook?
You want to hang your hood up on? I hung my father hung me up on a hook once.
A hook? A hook? That's horrible. By the way, you didn't greet me by my name.
Oh, I'm sorry. So you're so concerned about the hook, Mr. Smee, that I'm glad you could be here. You know what? I'm sorry. I've got somebody else at the door. Yeah. Hi. Thanks for coming.
Oh, hello!
Hello, Johnny Heisman. So nice that you could make it.
Well, that's an interesting name for me, but not it. Everyone should know who I am by now, anyway. No.
So one of us is it. We're gonna play tag at the party. All right, that'll be fun.
I heard there were lots of beautiful women here tonight.
Sure. One of them's a mom. If you're into that sort of thing.
Oh no, my heart does only belong to one, though. I'll see you around. I'm gonna go do things like no one else like me can do.
He's not the one for me.
No.
Clearly.
Okay. You know what? Well, I'll let you two work that out.
Wait a minute. Are you sure?
Yes.
Am I sure?
Sir, I'm very sure.
I'm
going to finish reading my book. Excuse me.
Oh, interesting. Okay, we're gonna take our conversation. Don't mind us. We're just gonna be talking over here.
Sure, you two talk. It's somebody else coming. Yeah, there he's back again. Yeah. Again, we have a lot of like mime impersonators here at my apartment building. It would be great if I could hear something. I'll adjust my hearing aid. I'm a little bit of hard of hearing. So much better.
I couldn't really talk through that anyway. It was tough. I'm glad I'm here. I did not expect to land here, but this is going to be fun, huh?
Yeah.
Did you say anyways?
I did say anyways. And I've got a pretty damn good education, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Hold on just a second. I'm sorry, ma'am. Are you feeling a little bit tired right now? You want to go lie down?
I'm a little tired. If someone could just kiss me when it's time to wake up.
I'm sure I can help you with that. If, you find somebody that you need to kiss you.
Said I needed to finish reading my book, and then I'm going to take a quick nap.
All right.
I just
so that's Sleeping Beauty or Belle, as a beauty would be known. It's like she's every Disney princess that ever was. I'm so glad to have all of you here. Thank you so much.
Are you? Because you called me Mr. Smee, and my name is Denny, not Mr. Smee, not Cupcake, and not Sugar, and I will just be eating my hummus in the kitchen.
All right. Yeah, I thought she wasn't going to complain about anything else, but I guess
The hummus stinks.
I'm sorry to hear that, but I guess the kitchen is where it's at, so you can.
Where it's at? Are you ending sentences with prepositions now?
Well, I mean, I don't do it often, but I mean, if you're going to be such a grammar Nazi about it, then maybe you.
I gotta go.
That guy was annoying me.
I've got somebody else coming in. Yes. Hi. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming to the party.
Yes, hello. Wonderful to be here. Having
So
a wonderful time so far. Do you have a beverage or anything?
plenty in the kitchen if you want something to drink.
All right. It's just so good to get out of the house, away from them. I'll have a beverage. I'll be right back.
Oh, please enjoy yourself. I'm so glad we were able to get away from your family and get over here and enjoy some of my drinks. Sir, with the yellow top on, are you enjoying the party so far?
You know what? I am enjoying the party. I was just about to ask you if there was any food with lots of protein here. Maybe some eggs. 2 dozen, 3 dozen, 6 dozen, perhaps. Kind of getting hungry.
Oh, sure. You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to help yourself to the eggs and chug them as much as you want, because clearly you've grown to the size of a barge. I'm sure you're especially good at expectorating, Gaston.
Ah.
Help yourself to.
I need some new food too. I mean, the food I've been eating lately has just been horrible. This party. It's kind of boring, man. It's not. I need the party now. It is exactly what I need. Let's get this party to launch. I mean, this party really needs to launch off right now.
You want this party to launch? Oh, you ain't never had a friend like me. I can make this party launch. I just turned this hummus into a magical substance. Watch, it's gonna stick to the wall. Now it can make you fly. Woohoo! Look at me, now I'm on the ceiling.
I don't need help with that. I do not need help with that at all.
I think somebody's had plenty. I think somebody brought her own substances to this party.
Oh, son of a bitch!
I do like a magical substance. It's wonderful.
She's bouncing off the walls. I'm trying to figure out who to talk to next.
Him.
It's so hard to decide. I can never decide when I'm at my house. Is the fat man and the dog.
Oh yeah, well
That's
you're
about
trying
all
to
I
get away
have.
from your family and that family guy, Stewie. So I'm glad I was
Yes.
able to give you a place
So I'm
to
gonna toodle
place to
that.
hang out.
I know what we should do. Let's dance. Every party needs to dance. And a jazz hands. 1, 2, 3, and a pot of beret, and turn. Are those naked men on your dinner bowls?
Are there naked men in my dinner bowls?
On the edge of your dinner bowls? Your butler must be crazy.
Oh,
kind of party.
Yes. Well, I mean, I know my place is small, but it's not as small as a bird cage.
No, it's not. That's why you have such a beautiful wall on which to hang your.
Oh yes. Yeah, because I understand that you were trapped in a very small space. Mr. Williams, I'm glad you and all of your personalities were able to be here at my party. What an honor.
I'll see you later.
She's not nearly as small spaces that I'm in.
Did you find something to drink?
I have been drinking a lot, and it's pretty good. But I'm in the smallest space of anyone here.
You're in the smallest space of anyone here.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope my apartment is bigger than I guess yours.
It's very musky in here too. It kind of reminds me of my boss. How musky this place is.
So your boss has a very strong musk.
Yeah.
I see. Yes. Well, I'm sure that that's probably what they use when they're powering your Tesla.
A little bit higher.
When they're powering your Tesla.
Hey,
But I'm so glad you were able to join us here today. That you were finding a place.
My vehicle goes a lot faster than the Teslas. Don't compare me to those things whatsoever.
I'm sorry, Elon. It was, and I'm glad that you were able to be here to my party. So I had Robin.
He's
Williams.
my boss. Elon is my boss. He pays
Elon
for
is your
everything.
boss.
Yes.
Okay, I understand.
I'm sorry. I tried to get this guy out of here on Wednesday or Thursday. We had to delay it.
We delayed it. Thankfully, I was able to make your party.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, because the party. Yeah, I was gonna have the party on Wednesday, but I couldn't I couldn't get it to launch until today. So I'm glad one of the SpaceX astronauts, either Bob or Doug, was able to be here today.
Me too. We'll go with Bob. That makes sense, right?
Yeah, but Bob would make a lot more sense.
With Bobby Kirby, yes. Dylan White, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our party host, Mr. Dylan White. And let's have all of our performers again. If you're around, turn on those cameras.
It's White. Why are you saying it that way?
I'm sorry. Pronounce the
whiskey.
Sorry, Stewie.
White. Eating hair.
Oh my goodness. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you for such an amazing show. We still got an hour spotlight on The Greatest Showman, which will not run long, so we should be done by 10:30 tonight if everybody's watching. But one more curtain call for all of our performers in the regular picnic time tonight. Yes. Give it up for Denny, Chris, Todd, Bobby, Dylan. Again, Craig, if you've got that screen up, we've got, if you're able to, if you want to help support all of our performers tonight, you can find their Venmo and YouTube links in the description of this video, or here we are on the graphic. You know, it changes week to week. Sometimes I overlook some people. Sometimes people don't get on the list, but we're updating it constantly, and it should be completely updated right now, at least on the YouTubes. Thank you, everybody, for being patient, as there's just so much that goes on as we deal with this week-to-week production of a show and trying to put stuff on here. And before we move into our last segment, I just want to say big thanks to everybody. We were supposed to start the last segment 20 minutes ago, but you know, if you're around and you want to enjoy some music from The Greatest Showman, stick around. My wife and I, we've been working the 9-to-5s since we've been fortunate enough to work the 9-to-5s since the COVID madness began, since the stay-at-home orders were put in place, and so we've been lucky enough to keep our income, and we've just been doing this for the fun of it. Nothing brings me more joy than sharing my friends' talent, I don't know if that works, Dan Franklin, but my friends' talent with everybody who's out there watching. It's 9:30 at night. We got 143 people watching right now, and I say this every week. Like that's double what we'd have in a live show. And the talent that's in the show tonight it's just like, it's incredible. It's incredible at every picnic, just because my friends just give of themselves in their craft, and I couldn't have more respect for them. Everybody who was on the show tonight has my utmost respect, and thank you everybody for watching at home. Again, if we're to make this a thing for after the darkness and the craziness of the world ceases or passes by, this cloud passes by, I'd love to have this be like a monthly thing, maybe, which we never had before. We never had this technology. We never had this platform really until this situation made it necessary. But now that it's necessary, it's something that I feel like is not mandatory. And my fault is that I don't write these. I just talk. And I'm not going to waste any more of your time, but Johnny Gomez raised a really good point before he started his set, in that, you know, donating to whatever you can is really important, whether it's Black Lives Matter or any other organization that can help us try and find balance, find good, find justice. As I mentioned in the first minutes of the show, I don't feel like this is the platform for me to stand up and stomp my feet and try and make change. All I can tell you is what's on my heart. And my wife, Jamie, who is on the show every week since she recovered from the COVID. And I know so many people like just enjoy her talents, which why wouldn't you? She found out during the show tonight that she has to put boots on the ground tomorrow. She's an LAPD officer she She works in recruitment. She has 8 years on in the job. She grew up on Broadway. She was the longest running young Cosette on Broadway. Now she's an LAPD officer who works in recruitment, mentoring recruits through the hiring process. And, you know, when something big goes down, they need to pull all their officers and put them out there. So tomorrow, Jamie will be on the streets. Boots on the streets. That's why she couldn't sing with us tonight. She had to talk to the kids, explain it to them, and head to bed. So, hoping next week we're in a much different place, but we'll be here next week. Because what's more normal? What's more normal than this new normal? This. But before we dig into this last act tonight, I know we've got several live performers waiting. I'm gonna say I'm never gonna lie. Like, if there's duets, if there's group numbers, we had to pre-record them. We can't do them live yet based on the technology on Zoom, but we do have a couple of live performances here tonight waiting to go on. But just based on everything that's going on in the world, thank you guys for joining us, and for forgetting about the world for just a second. I just want to say from my heart and my prayers go out to the family of George Floyd. As I mentioned in the beginning of the show, like, I don't know anybody who thought that was justified. I ask for you to join me in prayers for him and his family. I ask if you pray to also join me in prayers for all of the good police officers out there. All of the good people who put those vests on and the badges on, put their boots on and hit the streets every day for the safety of their community. The good ones. Pray for them and their families as well. Without further ado, since we did Les Mis last week, got a lot of feedback from people who wanted to have more musical spotlights on shows. And we're going to do that. We're going to do that every other week, starting this week. This week, of course, it's a spotlight on The Greatest Showman. As I mentioned to Chris Villain just a few minutes ago, in 2 weeks, we're going to do a spotlight on Into the Woods. And next week, we're going to put a poll up. We're not going to do a spotlight on a show, but we're going to have a theme for the music. And we're going to put a poll up for Disney film themes. Oh gosh, can I remember it now? It's gonna be 1989 or before, 1990 to 94, 1995 to 2000, and 2000 to after. Those are gonna be the 4 choices for the Disney theme for next week's Paulies Picnic. But I get ahead of myself, and I hand it over to the man who so skillfully and just like, there's nobody who could have done this better last week, navigated us through Les Mis. He's here to take us through The Greatest Showman. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up, please, Mr. Frank Romeo.
Thank you so much, Paul. Thank you very much. Well, like you said, we are shining a spotlight on the music from the 2019 film The Greatest Showman, which is loosely based on the life of Phineas Taylor Barnum. I mean, very loosely. I mean, vaguely inspired by. But you know what? It's a movie musical. It's not a documentary. And you know what? P.T. Barnum probably worried about that least of all, because just like his contemporary, Mark Twain, never one to let the facts get in the way of a good story. So let's start this story. The movie opens with P.T. Barnum and his troupe performing at the circus. And we're going to welcome Alex Suarez in the role of P.T. Barnum and his many, many friends with the opening number, The Greatest Show.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for.
Searching through the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor.
Buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore.
Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. Your fever dream, can't you see it getting closer? Just surrender cause you feel the feeling taking over. It's fire, it's freedom, it's flooding upon. It's the preacher in the pulpit and you find emotion. There's something breaking at the brink of every wall. It's holding all that you know. Tell me, do you wanna go? Where it's covering all the color lights, where the runaways are running the night. Possible comes true, it's taking over you.
Oh, this is the greatest show.
We light it up, we won't come down,
And the sun can't stop us now.
watching it come true, it's taking over you.
Oh, this is the greatest show.
Colossal we come, these renegades in the rain. Where the lost get found in the crown of the circus king. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. It's flooding out, shining anything that you know. Just surrender cause you're coming and you wanna go. Where it's covering all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible come true, intoxicating you.
Oh, this is the greatest show.
We light it up, we won't come down.
And the sun can't stop us now.
Watching it come true, it's taking over you.
Oh, this is the greatest show.
Where it's covered in all the color lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible comes true, it's taking over you.
Oh,
This is the greatest show.
light it up, we won't come down. And the walls can't stop us now.
Watching it come true, it's taking over you.
Oh, this is the greatest show. 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 This is the greatest show.
You get a show. You get a show. Woo! Everybody gets a show.
Yeah, let's do it. If my camera's shaking, it's because I couldn't help but bop along to that. That was, wow. Okay, so at the end of that number, we realized that the whole thing was a dream in young Phineas's head. A strangely specific and incredibly precognitive dream. So Phineas, now a boy, accompanies his father, Philo, on his rounds as a personal tailor to the home of the Hallett family. And it turns out that Phineas, let's call it what it is, he's in love with their daughter, Charity. Now, Mr. Hallett, Charity's father, is a very harsh man who strikes Phineas in front of his father, who does nothing because he really needs that job. And Mr. Hallett sends Charity off to finishing school, partly to keep her away from Phineas. But Phineas's head is full of dreams, and he shares them all with Charity during their long and frequent correspondence. And we will learn more about that in this number. The song is called A Million Dreams, performed by Wendy Walker, and joined by her twin spawn, Adrian Johnson on guitar and Julian Johnson on the upright bass.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams to keep me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dream with me. We may be right, we may be wrong. Can I bring you along to the world I see? To the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
Wow. So Phineas and Charity grow up. They get married. They have 2 daughters, Caroline and Helen. And they live a humble life in New York City until Barnum loses his job as a shipping clerk. But he secures a loan using his former boss's lost ships as collateral. And he opens Barnum's American Museum in downtown Manhattan. It's a flop. Things look pretty grim until, at the urging of his daughters to include something alive, like mermaids or unicorns, Barnum staffs his museum with freaks and oddities, and his recruitment takes place during our next song. We welcome Mr. Nathan Shrake, and he'll be singing Come Alive.
You stumble through your days, got your head hung low, your sky's a shade of gray, like a zombie in a maze. You're asleep inside, but you can shake awake, 'cause you're just a dead man walking, thinking that's your only option. But you can flip the switch and brighten up your darkest day. Sun is up and the colors blinding. Take a world and redefine it. Leave behind your narrow mind. You'll never be the same. Come alive, come alive. Go and light your light. Let it burn so bright. Reaching up to the sky, and it's open wide. It's electrified. The world becomes a fantasy, and you're more than you could ever be, 'cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. And you know you can't go back again to the world that you were living in, 'cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. So come alive. I see it in your eyes. hide your face, afraid to step outside. So you lock the door, but don't you stay that way. No more living in the shadows. You and me, we know how that goes. Cause once you see it, oh, you'll never, never be the same. Little lightning striking, bottle up to keep on shining. You can prove there's more to you, cannot be afraid. Come alive, come alive. Going light, let it burn so bright. Reaching up to the sky, let it open wide. You're electrified, and the world becomes a fantasy, and you're more than you could ever be. Cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. And we know we can't go back again to the world that we were living in. And you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. So come alive. Ooh. Come on, come on, come in, come on. To anyone who's bursting with a dream, come on, you hear the call. To anyone who's searching for a way to break free. And the world becomes a fantasy, and you're more than you could ever be. Cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. And we know we can't go back again to the world that we were living in. Cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. Your eyes wide open. But you can't go back to the world that we were living in. Cause we're dreaming with our eyes wide open. Yeah, we're dreaming with our eyes wide open. So come alive.
Wow, Nathan, wow, that was great. I miss singing with you, buddy. Well, so with a new show and a new cast, Barnum attracts a large audience, but gets poor reviews. But he leans in to James Gordon Bennett's words and rebrands his show, Barnum's Circus. Seeking to bolster his reputation, Barnum convinces Philip Carlyle, a scandal-ridden but wealthy playwright from a very aristocratic New York family, to join the circus. And we're gonna hear his pitch to Carlyle in our next song. This is The Other Side with Paul Carganilla as Barnum this time around and Alex Suarez as Carlyle.
Right here, right now, I'll put the offer out. I don't want to chase you down, I know you see it. You run with me, and I can cut you free out of the drudgery and walls you keep in. So trade that typical for something colorful. And if it's crazy, live a little crazy. You can play it sensible, king of conventional, or you could risk it all and see. Don't you wanna get away from the same old part you gotta play? Cause I got what you need, so come with me and take a ride. It'll take you to the other side. Cause you can do like you do, or you can do like me. Stay in the cage, or you finally take the key. Oh, damn, suddenly you're free to fly. It'll take you to the other side.
Okay, my friend, you wanna cut me in? Well, I hate to tell you, but it just won't happen. So thanks, but no, I think I'm good to go. Cause I quite enjoy the life you say I'm trapped in. Now I admire you, and that whole show you do. You're onto something, really it's something. But I live among the swells, and we don't pick up peanut shells. I'll have to leave that up to you. Don't you know that I'm okay with this up-down part I get to play? Cause I got what I need, and I don't wanna take the ride. I don't need to see the other side, so go and do like you do. I'm good to do like me. Ain't in a cage, so I don't need to take the key. Oh, damn, can't you see I'm doing fine? I don't need to see the others.
This this really how you'd like to spend your days? Whiskey, misery, and parties and plays?
If I were mixed up with you, I'd be the talk of the town. Disgraced and disowned, another one of the clowns.
But you would finally live a little, finally laugh a little. Just let me give you the freedom to dream, and it'll wake you up and cure your aching. Take your walls and start 'em breaking. Now that's a deal that seems worth taking. But I guess I'll leave that up to you.
Well, it's intriguing, but to go would cost me greatly. So what percentage of the show would I be taking?
Well, fair enough, you want a piece of all the action. I'll give you 7, we could shake and make it happen.
I wasn't born this morning, 18 would be just fine.
Why not just go ahead and ask for nickels on the dime?
15,
I'd do 8,
12,
maybe 9,
10.
Don't you wanna get away to a whole new part you're gonna play? 'Cause I got what you need, so come with me and take a ride to the other side.
Like I do.
And you can do like me, forget the cage, 'cause we finally made the key. Oh, damn, suddenly we're free to fly. We're going to the other side.
So if you do like I do.
To the other side.
So if you do like me.
To the other side. To the other side. We're going to the other side.
So Philip Carlyle, the new junior partner or overpaid apprentice, depending on how you look at it, he joins the circus and he is immediately smitten by the trapeze artist Ann Wheeler, but he hides his feelings either because he's painfully shy or because she's black. At this point, we don't know. Philip Carlyle arranges for Barnum and the troupe to meet Queen Victoria. It turns out General Tom Thumb makes a particular impression on the diminutive queen. And at the reception, Barnum meets Jenny Lind, the Swedish nightingale, and convinces her to tour the U.S. Her first performance is a rousing success. And singing that for you now, Miss Stephanie Renee Wall with Never Enough.
Let it stay this way. Can't let this moment end. You set off a dream in me, getting louder now. Can you hear it echoing? Take my hand. Would you share this with me? 'Cause darling, without you, all the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough, never be enough for me. Never, 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 never.
Wow. So, during her performance, Philip Carlyle and Ann Wheeler are spotted holding hands by Philip's parents. Philip drops Ann's hand, and she is not having it. Barnum, now gaining favor with more aristocratic clientele, tries to keep his troupe away from the swells and tells them to work on their show without him, go do their thing on their own. And they are not having that. And we're going to skip ahead just a moment to Philip and Anne attending the theater together. But now they're spotted up close and personal by Philip's parents. And they berate him for parading around with the help. Anne runs off, dejected. Philip tells his parents off and runs after Anne back to the circus to convince her that they really and truly can be together. Well, let's see how that goes. This is Rewrite the Stars with Jamie Carganilla and Dan Franklin.
You know I want you. It's not a secret I try to hide. I know you want me. So don't keep saying our hands are tied. You claim it's not in the cards and fate is pulling you miles away and out of reach from me. But you're here in my heart, so who can stop me if I decide that you're my destiny? What if we rewrite the stars? Say you were made to be mine. Nothing could keep us apart. You'd be the one I was meant to find. It's up to you, and it's up to me. No one can say what we get to be. So why don't we rewrite the stars? Maybe the world could be ours tonight.
You think it's easy. You think I don't want to run to you. But there are mountains, and there are doors that we can't walk through. I know you're wondering why, because we're able to be just you and me within these walls. But when we go outside, you're gonna wake up and see that it was hopeless after all. No one can rewrite the stars. How can you say you'll be mine? Everything keeps us apart, and I'm not the one you were meant to find. It's not up to you, it's not up to me. When everyone tells us what we can be, no one can rewrite the stars. Say that the world could be ours tonight.
All I want is to fly with you. All I want is to fall with you. So just give me all of you.
It feels impossible.
It's not impossible.
Is it impossible?
Say that it's possible. How do we rewrite the stars? Say you were made to be mine. Nothing can keep us apart, 'cause you are the one I was meant to find. It's up to you, and it's up to me. No one can say what we get to be. Why don't we rewrite the stars, changing the world to be ours?
You know I want you. It's not a secret I try to hide. I can't have you. We're bound to break and my hands are tied.
So ultimately, Anne rejects him. Meanwhile, Barnum is off on his U.S. tour with Jenny Lind. His wife, Charity, is at home with their daughters, attending ballet recitals without Phineas, and she feels increasingly isolated from her husband. And we're going to hear exactly how she feels. The song is Tightrope, and singing Charity's role, Dani Kerry, St. Germain.
Some people long for a life that is simple and planned, tied with a ribbon. Some people won't sail the sea 'cause they're safer on land. To follow what's written, but I'd follow you to the great unknown, lost in a world we call our own. Hand in my hand and we'll promise to never let go. We're walking the tightrope, high in the sky we can see the whole world down below. We're walking a tightrope, never sure, never know how far we could fall, but it's all an adventure that comes with a breathtaking view. Walking a tightrope with you. Ooh, 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 ooh. With you. Ooh, 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 with you. Mountains and valleys and all of the space in between. Desert and ocean, you pull me in, and together we're lost in a dream. Always in motion, but I'd risk it all just to be with you. And I'd risk it all for this life we choose. Hand in my hand and you promise to never let go. We're walking a tightrope, high in the sky we can see the whole world down below. We're walking the tightrope, never sure, will you catch me if I should fall? But it's all an adventure that comes with a breathtaking view. Walking a tightrope with you. Ooh, 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 ooh. With you. Ooh, 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 with you. With you. With you. With you.
On the road, Jenny Lind begins to fall in love with Barnum. He refuses her advances and she threatens to quit, which would ruin Barnum because he is incredibly overleveraged and is not going to see a profit until well into the tour. At the end of what turns out to be her last show, Jenny Lind orchestrates a kiss between them, and it is photographed by the press. Barnum returns home to find his circus is on fire. set by agitators during a fight between protesters and the troop. Philip runs into the burning building to save Anne, whom he believes to be inside. Anne arrives, and Barnum runs into the building to save Philip, who is seriously injured. The next morning, Barnum learns from the critic Bennett that the culprits have been caught, and also informs him of the scandal between him and Jenny Lind, which is front page news, and that she has indeed quit the tour. Barnum rushes home to find his wife leaving, both because of the scandal and because their home has been foreclosed upon. She returns to her childhood home just as her father predicted she would. Barnum is completely defeated, devastated by his own selfishness, but his troop finds him. And they explain to him that no matter what, they are still a family, and they need him. They really do. And he resolves to start a new show and not allow ambition to overtake his love. And we're going to hear about that now from Mr. Connor Warren Smith and Drew Tablak. And the song is From Now On.
Drank champagne with kings and queens. The politicians praise my name. But those were someone else's dreams, the pitfalls of the man I became. For years and years I chased their cheers, a crazy speed of always needing more. But when I stop and see you here, I remember what all this was for. From now on, these eyes will not be blinded by the lights. From now on, what's waited till tomorrow starts tonight. It starts tonight. Let this promise in me start like an anthem in my heart. From now on, from now on, from now on. All right, all of you at home, sing along with us. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. We will come back home, and we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. We will come back home, and we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. From now on, these eyes will not be blinded by the light. From now on, what's waited till tomorrow starts tonight. It starts tonight. Let this promise in me start like an anthem in my heart. From now on, from now on, from now on. We will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. And we will from now on, from now on, home again.
I always get random tracks coming up behind me because it's just a playlist. The people at home, give it up for Connor, Warren Smith, and Drew Tablak. If you've been hanging out with us at the picnics, you know how freaking amazing they are. And that was live. As I mentioned earlier, we can't do all these songs live. If it's a duet and we're not in the same room, we can't do it live. If it's a bunch of us together, we can't do it live. But Stephanie was live. Drew and Connor were live. Let's give it up for them. And let's give it up for all of our performers for this Greatest Showman spotlight tonight. And also, I just have to say thank you, Frank Romeo! Our amazing narrator, Frank Romeo, who broke down Les Mis for us last week in just such a perfect way. And did the same this week. Freaking love you, bro. So glad you're here with us. Listen, I've already talked too much tonight, but we're gonna keep doing this until things feel better, as much as we can. I want to thank all of our performers who put their time and their efforts and their talents into this every week to be here. I know, like, obviously, like, it's very restrictive, like, that we can't perform and we're out of work, but, like, also they could be making other plans. They could be doing other things throughout the week, but they're working on this show for you guys. And I hope that it can continue to grow. I hope we can get more subscribers as we go on, and so at some point this show with the amazing talent involved catches that wave and just pushes it to a point where, like Dylan White said, like 8 or 9 weeks ago, that this is the place where people just want to be to perform, whether it's once a week, whether we do it once a month. This the picnic was born from a place of just being malleable, for finding a place, for a safe place for people to try new things, to be brave. And holy shit, what it's turned into. Thanks to you guys. Taking risks, supporting us, being on board. Obviously, we have one more track for y'all tonight. Frank will introduce her, but I just want to say thank you so much to Samara Otero. I've never met her in person yet, but you will see her soon. I don't mean to take away your thunder, Frank. I'm so sorry. Thank y'all. We'll see you next weekend. Same time, same place. Paulies Picnic. I leave you all to the amazing talents of Frank Romeo.
Thanks so much, Paul. Well, yeah, there's a little bit of this story to wrap up, so let's do it quick so I can stop schwitzing in here. Philip wakes up in the hospital, and Anne is by his side. Barnum finds Charity, and they patch things up, and Philip gives Barnum the influx of cash to save the circus in exchange for being made a full partner. Barnum puts the show up under a big tent. We get a brief glimpse of the original iconic and famous 3 rings, and he hands the ceremonial top hat over to Carlisle so he can go spend more time with his family. And he finally attends one of his daughter's ballet recitals. So, happy ever after. Yeah? Sure. Why not? Maybe. But at this point, we don't know, and that's why we're ending tonight with the show's triumphant anthem. Barnum's troop of outcasts, freaks, and oddities, they stood up against their oppressors. And it's not hard to understand why. It shouldn't be hard to understand why that message resonates with the downtrodden, the misfits, the others of any stripe. Because when the folks who have enjoyed the spotlight for so long are asked to share the stage equally, then your role is a bit of a challenge to them. You know what? I'm a 50-year-old white guy and probably the last person that needs to be talking about this right now, but let me put that a little bit more plainly. When the core tenet of a fringe group or a group in uniform or a political party is that you don't belong, then your very existence is a political statement, and it cannot be divorced from who you are. Our last song tonight, This Is Me, featuring the incredible, inestimable Samara Otero, joined by the cast of Paulies Picnic 31 and many friends.
I'm not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words would have cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown him out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me.
Another round of bullets hits my skin. Well, fire away, 'cause today I won't let the shame sink in. Bursting through the barricades and reaching for the sun. We are warriors, yeah, that's what we become.
I won't let them break us down to dust, 'cause I know that there's a place for us.
We are glorious.
When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me.
Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. This is me. And I know that I deserve love. There's nothing that
When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me.
This is me.
Love you guys. Stay safe.
Happy week,
Have a
guys.
good week.
Love
Thank
you.
you so much.
See you next week. You be you, boo.